One love, Team Delta. Welcome in. Festive Fridays, Festive Fridays. We boarding. The flight is boarding. As per usual, when this flight is boarding, on your way in, please remember to take a couple of seconds and give your ticket to the attendant. Was your ticket? Make sure that you thumbs up the live. Whether you're watching us in the future or you're right now in the live present, make sure that you thumbs up the live on your way in. We are boarding. The flight is boarding, Team Delta. It's Festive Fridays. We're going on for your side, buddy. Who had a birthday during the week? Who had an anniversary during the week? Who got an anniversary coming up over the weekend? Let's talk about it. Let's shout you out live for thousands of persons all over the globe, right here. Festive Fridays. Bring up yourself a rocker come in. Yo, I got a festive presentation right here, buddy. Right here. Delta 9 Media. Thanks for being a part of the live. Everybody that's jumping in right now. Vendor, Roxton, Carly, big up yourself. Everybody that's in the live right now, thanks for being a part of the live. Big up yourself, King. One love. Yeah, and right now as the flight is boarding, y'all don't know how it is. As you're coming in, thumbs up the live. Cause guess what? We got clarifier gas like that going on right now. Remember we did a presentation recently. We did a presentation, right? With this whole leak interview thing. Well, I tell you, the thing reached all the way to the presidential press conference. And the VP was saying certain things that we got to clarify, meaning we got to go back to the original conversation, meaning we got to go back to the interview so we could make sure that we ain't getting gaslight, because we hearing certain persons trying to understand who's number one and number two, but they're speaking to who was alleged to be number two. We can get into that. Rock and come in. Welcome into the live. Festive Friday. Festive presentation. Plus, who got the best tune right now for the rally? Who got the best tune? Let's see the comments, them in the comment section. Drop it into the comment section. Definitely call it in. We're doing requests today. Who got the best rally song right now? Is it Gangsta Granny? Is it the P.P.P song that got that recent rhythm on it that got everybody rocking like this? Which one of the tracks them is the biggest track? Is it Guyana got some stupid people, right, coming out to Team Green? Which track is the biggest track? B.P.P got some fire as well that we gonna play, right? Team Win got some music as well. It's Festive Fridays. We keeping it festive over here. Who had a birthday during the week that want us to shout you out? Definitely drop it into the comment section, and we definitely will be doing that. Thanks for being a part of the live. We are boarding. The flight is boarding. On your way in, you know where you got to do. Make sure that you give your ticket to the attendant by thumbsing up, hitting the thumbs up button on the video. Hit the thumbs up button on the video and send this out in the algorithm. Send this out all over YouTube. Let everybody know it's Festive Friday on Delta 9 Media, and we are broadcasting live, getting into all the trending topics, all the important things right now, because guess what? Miss Laura BATSON, right? Remember the same person who, according to the lead attorney, was left out of certain parts of the investigation as of then? Well, listen now. She has no longer decided to hold her silence. She broke her silence after a little while because obviously she was there and having to deal with all of this trauma close up. She has a conversation giving us some insights as to what's going on in her particular part of the world right now as it relates to everything with Adriana and the case and a lot more. So stay tuned for that piece, right? We're definitely going to be getting into that. Plus, man, a number of other things. Look, in a couple of seconds, this flight is going to be taken off. So make sure that you thumbs up the live already. Make sure if you subscribe, you subscribe so you're going to know when this flight always hitting the sky. The Purple Army is definitely in the house. Big up to the Purple Army. Big up to the Purple Army. Salute to the Purple Army. Salute to the Purple Army. Salute Salute to the Purple Army. Salute to everybody in the live right now. Team Delta, y'all ready? The flight is about to take off. The flight is about to take off, and we're about to hit the sky and start dealing with some of this festive presentation. Big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of this presentation, right? We definitely got a packed presentation for you here on Festive Fridays, right here on Delta 9 Media. Flight is about to take off, but they are ready. Make sure that you buckle in, make sure that you're strapped in, because it's Delta 9 Media and it's Festive Fridays, and we definitely about to keep it festive over here. If you are ready for being entertained right here, we're gonna look, this is gonna be a fun live. So if you're in for that type of entertainment today, we're getting into definitely all the things that's trending, but in a more festive type of energy, right? It's the weekend, and we definitely got to make sure that we enjoy the day, enjoy our lives, right? Big up yourself, everybody that's in the live right now. Flight is taking off. The flight is taking off. You know what that means? Everybody that's going to watch us in the future, make sure as you rock and come into the live, you give your ticket to the agent. Thumbs up the live, buddy, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let me jump straight in to our very first presentation as we get into the altitude. Big up yourself, everybody in the live right now. More than 100 people. Please take a couple of seconds, drop the comments into the comment section. Let us know that you can hear us clearly. Drop a 9 in the comment section. Definitely, the Purple Army, make sure that you let them know that you are here and you are present, right? We are about to take this into a whole different altitude. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, right? Who we got first? What tune we jumping into first? What's the tune? Which one of the tune them we gotta play first, buddy? Who got the biggest tune? Let's see who dropping it into the comment section. Who got the biggest tune right now in the rally? Who got the biggest rally song right now? Which rally song is rocking out right now? Which one of the rally song them is kicking? I'm telling you, I think it's this one right here. I really believe it's this. I really believe it's this one coming. A special selection created by the very talented Mr. Bailey, Francis Bailey, that is. Yo, we gotta rock off and take off to this. We got to let it flight soar to this. Let me go.
But you say no shake up thing. This a briefcase full of bricks and bling. Tell them gonna move right in the president ring. She don't walk slow, she glide like a breeze with a mid-eye and bigger than the P.P.P. She roll up calm, but she loud in style. Gold teeth glistening and $1 million smile. Briefcase busting with the stacks inside. Dollar bills and coins like a money landslide. Don't watch the hijab, watch the game she play. If you know, you know, and she not go jail. Gangsta granny hacking that 35M chain. Pushing contracts full of coming like chain. Gangsta granny falling from the floor. Tell them corruption knocking at your front door. Gangsta granny hacking that 35M chain. Pushing contracts full of coming like chain. Gangsta granny cash falling from the floor. Tell them corruption knocking at your front door. She take the calls, break the drops. Big boss granny not take no chops. She whisper sweet to the customs gate. Let the gold pass through, we not the left. She know the rates, the drawbacks too. 5% going straight to the family crew. She got them ministers in her WhatsApp chat. One little text and the deal get wrapped. Gangsta granny.
Yo, youngster who? Youngster Granny, only in GTA telling you it's the festive season and it's Festive Friday right here on Delta 9 Media. This one is called Gangster Granny. Gangster Granny coming out of who? Francis Bailey. Francis Bailey.
Counting meals like rosary, mixing only books with the nation's breed. Gangsta Granny, in she bulletproof ride, while 4 people cry, she laughing inside. Gangsta Granny. Me not take blame, me not left proof. Me name clean like a government roof. But everybody know, no, nobody talk. Cause in this movie, Granny run the block. I am Guyanese granny with the global game. From Lebanon to Oval, she run that plane. Banks full up, but no audit come. Cause granny got friends with the president's son. She make your roti and bribe your soul. Sweet little smile, but a bag of gold. If you try talk, she make you go. Ask them boys that OQ who boast the most.
Gangsta
Making
granny.
deals by the pound. Whole country run by a silent sound. Gangsta granny. Now the world can see. You can't spell mafia without G.NANDLALL. Now the story bus. They gon' call it fake news. But Guyanese know. She run things, not run from things.
People really.
Guyana got some stupid people, boy. Yeah.
Guyana got some stupid people, boy. That's the anthem when they planning to deploy. A fresh coat and tie right before elections. Smile for the combat, skip the inspections. The road broke up 1 week later, but we still get broke by the same dictator. We stupid, now we just tired. Watching them sell the future, we inspired. Them say we back but don't know we work. But we watching them budgets swell up like bird. Billions vanish like it take a flight. And all we get is black hat and pothole fright. Forecast high, dreams in a vice. But the minister just buy a third paradise. School little children can get lunch for eat, but the house got marble and gold tile suite. Vote buying in play, they got the script. Paint a little cross and do a quick road fix. Development coming, they sing that song, but 5 years done and the pipe still wrong. We ain't stupid, we done woke up. Now we checking receipts and calling bluff. This the year we flip the page, turn that stupid into righteous rage. They think we stupid, cause we humble and poor, but we've been taking notes since 94. We see who get land, new family rich, who get contracts and who get this. They laugh and we hustle, call we names while them deep in suit and running games. But tell me, who really looking dumb when the people rise and beat that drum? We got eyes wide open, ears to the ground. Truth like fire, it can't stay down, belly empty. But the mindful fed this revolution, cooking homemade bread, bubble the road. And take the praise, them say one broke it in 7 days. Who said we stupid, blind and slow, but we the
Let me see what's going on in the comments. I'm telling you, it's a festive Fridays. It's a definite warm summer day right here in Pennsylvania. Where are you tuned in from? On your side of the world. I see the Purple Armies in here. Big up yourself, Mark, Drone Doc. Big up yourself, Brenda. Everybody that's a part of the live right now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the live. Patricia, Wanda, Roxton, Kali. Everybody that's tuned in right now, guess what? Let's get into some of what's going on because it's a festive Friday, right? And right, this thing is getting very crazy when we analyze this video right there. Guess who allegedly was on the streets of New York patrolling outside of BURKE house? What's going on, 18 Delta? Yeah, I know about this, eh? It's festive Friday. We got to keep you updated with every single thing that's going on right now and trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. Pick up yourself. Make sure that you like up the live. Make sure that you thumbs up the live. Thumbs up this live and send it out in the algorithm. Let me analyze what's going on right here, you know. People rolling up on people from across the water, from region 4 to region 11. What's going on? Let me see. What's going on here, man? Hold on, let me pause and see. Hey, let me take a good look at this. Who's this? Hey, you see them game with them hearts playing? You see them game what critics playing is a dangerous game, buddy. It's a dangerous game. You see what's going on there? Walking past a man's house, two hands in a hoodie, shades on, one neutral color. Most persons, when they look outside and they see something like that, automatic suspicion. Automatic, if they understand certain things, they're gonna move with certain protocol, especially how you got your hands pretty. Me know if you know or anybody reason you were going on, but in the summertime, doing something like that in New York is dangerous, and especially in other states that definitely would got open carry, like Pennsylvania and other parts of the country that got open carry. They're right there in the summertime, buddy. Therefore, you're ready. You know what I'm saying? But let me watch and see what's going on here, Team Delta. It's Festive Fridays. Thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for tuning in right here with us on Delta 9 Media. Let me watch this and see what really going on here. People playing some serious game. Serious games. Summertime, anytime, moving around like this and playing these type of games is dangerous, man. See, you got one person done watching already. Yeah, see how that person done watching there already? That was by the garbage. I want you to see how that person done watching already. Watch. You see that? What up? I want you to know the right type of attention you just get right there, right? Anybody in New York know you don't want that type of attention right there. This attention right here, sir. The kind of attention. The kind of attention right there. Everybody in New York know you don't want the kind of attention there with no kind of foolishness that's going on right here in this video. So you understand, man? But you see now, when things like this happen and anything now is supposed to hit the fan, it is so bad on everybody that's a part of that area, everybody that's a part of the state now. Persons are going to be talking about it, and it's going to look in a particular kind of a way. What I want you to realize is the person is paying careful attention to what's going on around them. They look straight at the person that's recording, right? And people from New York, people from definitely New York, PA, Jersey, definitely the whole of the US know that you don't want that kind of attention, right? You don't want no kind of legal issues with those persons right there in the background. Who know and who don't know definitely should find out. This is not the type of situation you want to be a part of. Definitely, if you're coming over right now and you're feeling like you want to do things like that, don't do things like that. It don't make no sense. You could find yourself in all kind of thing, all kind of situations. See other person paying careful attention. I'm gonna bring back the video big so everybody could see what's going on in this video right here. Then we can talk a little bit about it before we jump in to some more content, definitely. See that? Sad man, played a full game of, hey, I tell you.
He threatened to cut off BURKE's head and take it to Guyana. Mikhail Rodriguez, a Guyanese critic, caught on video stalking Rickford BURKE outside his home after he threatened to cut off BURKE's head and take it to Guyana. CGID warns that deadly force will be used to defend and protect BURKE. On February 6, 2025, the New York City Police Department filed criminal charges against Mikhail Rodriguez, aka Guyanese critic, including felony charges for aggravated harassment, stalking and other threats he made to CGID President Mr. Rickford BURKE while in New York on February 6, 2025. Rodriguez was slapped with felony charges after police detectives and prosecutors reviewed multiple video recordings in which Rodriguez admitted and boasted about calling CGID President Rickford Burke on his mobile phone to harass and threaten him. During one of the WhatsApp calls to Mr. Burke, Rodriguez told Mr. Burke that he will cut off his head and take it back to Guyana on a platter. Having threatened to kill Mr. Burke, NYPD subsequently obtained surveillance video of Rodriguez outside Mr. Burke's home. This matter was then referred to the FBI. Earlier today, August 14, 2025, Rodriguez.
And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go to that same guy that looked into the camera and they're gonna get his surveillance footage. They're gonna ask him how he felt about that when that happened, and all kind of thing now is gonna come from that, right? A set of unnecessary foolishness in the summertime. That is something very, very dangerous to do. Everybody in New York knows the summertime is the worst time when it comes down to certain situations where persons start drive by, walk by, ride up, all kind of different ways people be giving it up in the summertime. So for something like this to be going on, for something like this to be hitting the social media and persons thinking that it's something light. Now a lot of persons expect things like that light. The people look at their house and their home as sacred. Plus, certain parts of the country got the castle doctrine in a real way where there's even more things and more steps that you can take to defend yourself from your property. So this situation is it could get real sticky and get real sticky real fast. And we want to get to that. Definitely, both of these brothers are definitely sons of the soil, definitely Guyanese, and we want them type of things going on internationally nor locally. So why now would you want to go by a person's place where they're living and do things like this? Let me watch it one more time so we could analyze what's going on. It's an easy way to trend, but a very dangerous thing to do. A very, very dangerous thing to do. And if you notice that horn too, that's a New York driver. New York drivers is definitely not gonna allow you to just get cruising like this and they trying to gotta get a lot of lights throughout certain areas. So that horn we hearing right there, somebody telling yo, get out of the way. Plus, if it was a person in that area that got certain things going on and they notice things like this going on in the area, don't be surprised if people check you. Like, yo, what you doing over here? And that type of stuff. It makes no sense. It's a dangerous thing to do. It's a dangerous thing to do. Take it from a person who would have lived in Brooklyn for more than a decade. It's a dangerous thing to be doing. In the summertime walking like that with your hand and nah. In certain areas, bro, that is very, very dangerous, critic. I know they didn't tell you, but don't do that, buddy. I would definitely not like to hear no stupidness like that. Happen to do certain things and, you know, certain steps gotta be taken, but people gotta protect themselves. People gotta protect themselves. And you already hear what's the situation that's being presented, right? By Mr. Burke. Mr. Burke is saying, listen, well, I'll let you hear what the presentation is saying, but definitely he's presenting it in a manner like I'm gonna defend myself, and definitely the persons that are around me are willing to defend me as well. From people who fly till from GT, you come till from region 4 to region 11? Nah.
Mikhail Rodriguez, a Guyanese critic, caught on video stalking Rickford Burke outside his home after he threatened to cut off Burke's head and take it to Guyana. CGID warns that deadly force will be used to defend and protect Burke. On February 6, 2025, the New York City Police Department filed criminal charges against Mikhail Rodriguez, aka Guyanese critic, including felony charges.
See what Claude Claude is saying, I don't know. Up, Brooklyn, right? Greetings to Melinda. Welcome into the live, Melinda. Thanks for being a part. MK, big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the live. That's because everything is being blamed on Ali, right? Definitely we're going to get into some of that. We are going to be getting into some of that because the VP had a lengthy conversation about certain trending things that went on in that interview on the presidential press conference this week. We aired a part of it yesterday during the live because that was the first part that was presented. But we got more. There's more that we got to dissect. There's more that we got to analyze and compare with the original interview because people trying to sell me a gaslight. They don't know who's number 2. They don't know who's number 1 and trying to tell me what was said. So we're going to play what was said and compare it to what was being claimed at that interview. You know, we do it over here at Delta 9 Media. Please analyze both sides of the situation so we could come to the real conclusion as patriots, as right-thinking Guyanese, as right-thinking forces in the diaspora and around the world who take certain things seriously, knowing that we got to build the good country that we want to inhabit, right? Big up yourself. It's Festive Fridays, buddy. Make sure y'all thumbs up the live. Almost 400 people in the live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take a couple of seconds to make sure that you play your part on this Festive Fridays, thumbs up the live and subscribe so you're going to know when this flight taking off. Maybe hear some more of what Mr. Burke had to say about the walk by, right?
Charges for aggravated harassment, stalking and other threats he made to CGID President Mr. Rickford Burke while in New York on February 6, 2025. Rodriguez was slapped with felony charges after police detectives and prosecutors reviewed multiple video recordings in which Rodriguez admitted and boasted about calling CGID President Rickford Burke on his mobile phone to harass and threaten him. During one of the WhatsApp calls to Mr. Burke, Rodriguez told Mr. Burke that he will cut off his head and take it back to Guyana on a platter. Having threatened to kill Mr. Burke, NYPD subsequently obtained surveillance video of Rodriguez outside Mr. Burke's home.
I'm telling you, so now they get footage of you outside and they get all of these things from before. Heaping it up to the things them now they could say, this person come from Guyana. Could it be a situation where there was a number of situations like this that went down in a rapid amount of time and that's why the UK is taking this stance? Plus, why are you hearing, even though we did that presentation yesterday, and we updated ourselves on the way that they're treating Guyanese in the UK right now, we update ourselves on the way that we should approach traveling to certain so-called first world countries right now, right? Certain first world countries we don't really want to be migrating to and be a migrant in right now because things are sticky, and it's best that we look into Guyana if you're there, to be honest with you. If you're going to come and go. Don't try to come right now in certain parts of the world where things are hectic, like we just learned. Anything going on in the UK, go back first and then they can figure it out. Meaning there are lesser things that might affect you, that might not be as harsh as they'll go home first and then you can listen to your feel. There might be other policies as well that might not be favorable to you as an immigrant, when you could spend your 5 years and build yourself if you could. But if you got today, you got the way you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Real thing. And that's what it's about. Thanks for being a part of this live. Let me read some of these comments and see what persons got to say right now, where they tuned in from, and definitely let's read and see what's going on. Good afternoon, Delta 9 and family. You see what Claude is saying? Go to the 90s. I happy, look, but I don't even know if you understand. I don't know who's telling you to do that. I don't know who's telling you to do that, buddy, but don't do that. Don't do that. And then if they know you from a particular place now, people in that area, they're looking at them and saying, yo, my son is acting so sus. Yo, he from here, oh, he from Guyana, da-da-da-da-da. That's how they're going to talk. They're going to say, what's son clowning on the block for? Why you walking around here looking like you reaching and shit? That's what they're going to say. And then it's going to be a problem now for other young persons from Guyana walking down the block that might get nothing to do with nothing. You don't want that type of heat. You don't want that type of heat. Claude, you don't know about the 90s. That would be a situation you don't want to deal with. People don't understand difference in culture. It's not GT there, buddy. That's not GT. That's a whole different type of situation, right? The Purple Army is definitely in the house. The Purple Army is in the house, right? Gloria is saying, a blessed festive Friday. Afternoon justice for Adriana Young. Definitely we're going to get into that. We are going to be getting into some of that interview or presentation video that was done by Miss Laura BATSON. And if y'all didn't know, Miss Laura BATSON is a member of Forward Guyana. Look, Forward Guyana got some of the most powerful young members right now when it comes down to integrity, when it comes down to understanding the political landscape and definitely being in the ground, on the ground working along with persons. Forward Guyana got a lot of members that's active. Members like the leader and the presidential candidate, Miss Amansa Walton Desir. Then you have the presidential candidate who's no stranger to persons that definitely is following up what's going on with Adriana Young and other things right now in Guyana. Mr. Nigel London, Bailey as well is a part of Forward Guyana. And now, Miss Laura BATSON as well is announcing that she is a part of that party as well. Powerful, powerful new party that is contesting this 2025 elections. And we're going to be hearing from them. We were supposed to hear from them yesterday, but for some reason I stepped past that piece of content and I didn't go back. So we're going to get into that and we're going to hear from Miss Laura as well. Definitely, if you're watching the live right now and you haven't already, make sure you take a couple of seconds and thumbs up the live, buddy. There's this voice note as well that dropped recently that I'm going to put into the record before we jump into the press conference and start clarifying who's number one and number two and a lot of other things in accordance with the VP. Well, you know what? Let me jump into that and then we're going to come back to this piece. Let me jump into what's going on with this clarification. Then we're going to come back and jump into that piece of content right there. Welcome into the live, everyone that's joining us live right now. Let's hear what the VP has to say. Some more of what the VP has to say about this leaked interview that got the whole political space, that got Guyana and the diaspora and persons around the world talking about what's going on in Guyana and the level of corruption. That the interview that helped to create that song that we drop in the intro, Gangsta Granny, right? The interview rocking it up right now, and it made itself all the way present at the presidential press conference. The year we're going on.
Transformation. I don't think the current management can lead that process, that they can address all of the issues. And
well, before the VP gets into that, as you could hear right there, we talking about is what's about to happen at GPL. So seemingly like they're about to move forward with everything that was planned with, allegedly, that was planned with the company from the Dominican Republic. So now there's a claim and there's a conversation about replacing the management. So a couple of persons, it seems like if they're about to either be demoted, moved around, or something is about to happen where they're no longer about to be working there. Management, GPL, watch yourself.
Our plans are massive to have a stable grid, smart grid.
Too much blackout. You're gonna hear that persons is definitely tired of dealing with these type of things. And if you could hear all of this conversation and you still get the fact that persons are already paid in tax dollars for 2 ships, how many ships by now, who knows, and all of these other things, right?
By the time we get around to the next elections, we've already, the gas to energy would come on stream. That will bring 300 megawatts into the system. We have to complete maybe another 300 megawatts. We'll try to go, we resume tender for the hydro. We're building now this massive grid to go to Berbice on those steel towers. The same thing will happen all the way to Linden and to Parika. We're putting in major systems on the Essequibo coast. And then in the feeders right across the country. So that's the transmission main. We have to do a lot of work on making, these are lots of old lines and old transformers. We have to replace all of those, build circuit systems, etc., so that we can have stable power. When you have one feeder tripping, it don't shut down the whole system, that it would be, you have redundancies. So that's one. So we have to get firms to supervise the projects to make sure we get good quality work, we get value for money. We also have to get value for money from the management and major control center that's being built now. So I agree with you. I'm tired of the excuses. Every day I call them. Tired, sometimes I just don't find the excuses funny. That combined with they had to, in cases, also deliberately give people blackout because of the construction program that I spoke of earlier, like on the radio.
Tired of the blackout. Who would have thought that in 2025 we would still be having these hurdles with electricity in Guyana? This thing is terrible, to tell you the truth, buddy. And the fact that persons are boasting about being the party that's been the longest in power, and we still dealing with power problems in Guyana, is to say a lot about the persons that's been in charge for the longest. You are telling you, we're going on, man, we can't get over blackout. Less than 1 million people. It's a sad, sad situation.
Railway embankment, you have to, the transmission mains have to be moved off and the distribution mains to build the roadway. And we have...
Earlier this week, there was that leaked interview released with a prominent...
Wait, who else noticed that Mr. Mosley, Gordon Mosley, is back in the interview room, in the press conference room? Usually Gordon Mosley don't be in Jagdeo press conference like that at all. This was surprising to me when I hear this. I said, hey, some questions are about to come down, right? Look here what's going on.
And gold dealer Junior Bashk, and in that interview he spoke about persons connected allegedly to your government, yourself, the president, talking about who was number one and you being number two in terms of accepting payments for contracts. And so how do you directly respond to those statements? Were you involved in any such transactions with Mr. Jagmohan allegedly, or any of the other persons named in that recording?
So first of all, the batch issued a statement on that matter. And he made it clear that he was told about this issue, that some people in government were...
See what Mandela is pointing out? This man has no shame. This is exactly what they said they were doing immediately after taking over. They brought back the 99, or was that NEWSROOM, who was fired for blackouts. Might be they brought back NEWSROOM, who was fired for blackouts. Critics used to ride and show new power lines. I hear the conversation already too, Mandela, real thing. I hear the conversation too, buddy. I hear them speak about heads are gonna roll at this place and that place and this and that about GPL and If they can't improve, then they're gonna have to do this. So you see what it is do? It's called problem action solution, the Hegelian dialectic. Problem action solution, the Hegelian dialectic. The is when you just create the situation and you just got the solution and the options that you want persons to choose are already waited for your benefit, right? So any choice that they make is the choice that you wanted them to make, the Hegelian dialectic. And we have a lot of politicians that's been in power for a long time. You think they're training themselves on them thing? Oh yeah, I think people playing around. No. You're talking about billionaires. You're talking about persons who would have taken the time to master certain political skills. And that's what we're seeing going on right here. Listen to what the VP has to say.
Accepting bribes by an individual who owed him money. He subsequently said he apologized to the president and he apologized to the president's mother. He didn't need to apologize to me because apparently in the interview, they asked him if he knows me and he heard about me and he said no. He did not need to apologize to me because he didn't say anything about me. So that's a part that you...
What? Y'all hear though? Did you hear that Team Delta, the VP said that in the interview, right? The leaked interview, might I add, that we heard recently, nothing was said about him. The guy never mentioned him in this interview. Could you believe that? You see why it's important to make sure you subscribe to channels like Delta 9 Media. You see why it's important lives like this and other channels that's going to keep you updated with all of this information, right? If you play around, if you allow yourself to be gaslighted, you're gone. Because we clearly heard, but we will go back. We clearly heard what we heard, but we're going to go back and we're going to play it and hear it directly from the said interview what was mentioned about number 1 and number 2. We're going to get into that. We're definitely going to get into that. It's important because we're seeing gas and people trying to dance their way out of the level of corruption that was exposed in that video right there. We're going to get into it. Definitely got to get into it. I'm pulling it up. But while we're going to pull that up, let's listen some more to what the VP is presenting right here.
You brought in Gordon. So you just brought in that bit where he knows me and he heard about me and he said no. He subsequently said he apologized to the president and he apologized to the president's mother. He didn't need to apologize to me because apparently in the interview, they asked him if he knows me and he heard about me and he said no. He did not need to apologize to me because he didn't say anything about me. So that's a part that you brought in, Gordon. So you just brought in that bit where asking me about whether I'm linked to Tamesh Jagmohan. Even in the interview that Travis Chase was trying to get him to say that is Jagdeo involved in this? He said, I don't know Jagdeo.
Number 2.
Yes, but did he? Right. So did he?
In the line of questions
right,
with
yes,
regards
exactly.
to that.
So clearly that is the bit you are bringing in now. It's a clever way of bringing in it. He never accused me of taking a bribe. He never said that the guy told him that I took a bribe. He never said that Tamesh Jagmohan gave me a bribe. He said nothing of the sort. He does not know about that. They didn't speak about me. So that's your bit now.
Being collected for number 1 and number two. And I think in the interview, he was asked who is number one, who is number two.
So
He mentioned
that
you
is the
as
part,
being number two.
No. Clearly,
He did. Hey, this thing is crazy. I try to pull up this video. I got the video, cause y'all know we watched this part already when this was spoken about. And the video now playing a full buffer game on the platform that I'm trying to pull it from. But guess what? I got it on my phone. I'm looking around for my phone, my larger phone, and I'm definitely gonna get that. And we got to play that. We got to play it. And that's why I just want to make sure I got these things open, you know. I just want to make sure I got these things open. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? I'm going to get my phone in a couple of seconds. I'm going to get my phone and we're going to see directly. Give me a couple of seconds. Hey, what is fun? Hey, my bad. I'm now looking at the comments. To see persons are saying no sound. You see? We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it back. My apologies, Team Delta. My apologies for that, but we're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it right. What is?
Have you ever heard the terms number one and number two? Correct. Number one being the president, number two being vice president. Right? Has anybody ever approached you on behalf of number one or number two? So, sell them gold, give them money, not to sell them gold. I don't think that this individual was being silly to me, but there's a guy named Nova Scotia who is the president brother, very close right up near the president. So from that time he would ask me, over the terms number one and number two. Correct. Number one being the president, number two being vice president. Right? Has anybody ever approached you on behalf of number one or number two? Right? So, set the goal, give them money, anything they want to do. Not to sell them gold. I don't think that this individual was being sent by them to me, but there's a guy by the Nova Scotia who is the president brother, very connected, very close, right up near the president.
So we heard the original conversation, and my apologies again for the hurdle with the audio. I didn't even notice that I had the mic muted, but we got a chance to hear the original interview, even though it's buffering and it didn't want to come through in the other way on the presentation. I bring it from the phone so we could put it into the record and persons could hear. I hope persons were able to hear what was said at the original leaked interview. Now let's hear what the VP is saying to us. Let's hear what the VP had to say about this.
I'm linked to Tamesh Jagmohan. Even in the interview that Travis Chase was trying to get him to say that is Jagdeo involved in this? He said, I don't know Jagdeo.
Number two.
Yes, but
in the
did
interview.
he, right, so did he?
In the line of questions
right,
with
yes,
regards
exactly.
to that.
So clearly, that is the bit you are bringing in now.
This is the PC bringing in, or is this?
Number one being the president, number two being the vice president. Has anybody ever approached you on behalf of number one or number two? So, Samson.
Number one is who?
Yeah, things like that. So, number one and number two. Number one being the president, number two being vice president. Has anybody ever approached you on behalf of?
This thing just hit me like a ton of bricks. What if, because he said vice president, that's the technicality in the statement? Might it be he was supposed to say second vice president or some other term to really identify exactly who was being referenced? Who really knows? But you got the chance to hear the original leaked interview, and now we're going to hear from the Honorable VP and what he has to say. And let me analyze, the level of truth and the level of trust that you can put in conversations coming from certain people. Analyze that, because September 1st is around the corner. We hear about the corruption and we see and people want to cover up the corruption now and playing a game like if they don't know who's number one and number two. Right here on Festive Fridays, it's Delta 9 Media, keeping you updated with what's going on and the gas lighting that's going on right now on the ground. Watch your eyes. The lies are flying left, right, and center.
It's a clever way of bringing in it. He never accused me of taking a bribe. He never said that the guy told him that I took a bribe. He never said that Tamesh Jagmohan gave me a bribe. He said, nothing of the sort. He does not know about that. They didn't speak about me. So that's your bit now.
They didn't speak about you. I don't know what I hear right there, India. So what did you hear right there? I don't know. Is my ears deceiving me? Am I going crazy in some possible manner that we didn't hear what we just heard? You see the level of gas lighting going on? Y'all hear the level of gas lighting that is going on? Y'all hearing this? Come on, man. Tell me that you ain't hearing what I am hearing. Could you trust these people with another 5 years? Your life, your loved ones, your possibility to experience the best quality of life where you're from, right there in beautiful Guyana. Travis didn't had a gun to that man for him to say what he was saying. Roxton is saying Travis didn't have nothing on him, but you just come and say what you want to say, right? I telling you, Roxton, but some people trying to paint a different picture right now. They ain't nothing honorable about the VP. Remember, we got to present it in the manner, and then the persons will analyze my statement. I'm glad you are realizing what's going on. I'm just here to speak on the matter. I ain't trying to choose no particular angle of somehow speaking in dishonor about any person's character, this, that, and the third. We're talking about the situations affecting the country. We are definitely highlighting and exposing the situations that will affect us all eventually. When you got allegations of that level of corruption, right? And persons are trying now to tell you that you didn't hear what you just hear without addressing any of the accusations of corruption that was even mentioned. Saying, listen, them said that I was a part of it, so I don't even know if I got to address it, being that I am in this position of authority and there's allegations of corruption in a country that I should be playing a critical part in running. Y'all ever going on there? Y'all paying attention to what's going on? Man, let me get myself acquainted with this gas light right here. It's Festive Fridays. Almost 500 people in the live right now. I want to ask y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. Could you kindly take a couple of seconds and make sure that you give your ticket to the agent? Did you give your ticket to the hostess? How do you give your ticket to the hostess? Right over here at Delta 9 Media. Go to that thumbs up emoji and hit the thumbs up emoji. That's your ticket right here to be on the flight. Festive Fridays with Delta 9 Media. Thumbs up the video. Thank you for taking some time out to do so. Let's hear some more from the VP. Joan Doc said, no honorable for this VP. This man's like bad. I hear you, Joan Doc, real thing. Man's like bad.
Being collected for number one and number two. And I think in the interview, he was asked who is number one, who is number two. So he mentioned you as being number two.
No. Clearly, all of that I saw. So we can clarify that. But if we clarify it, when he was pressed by this one about number two, to Travis Chase, obviously he went there with speaker's notes from the Mohammeds, trying to get him to malign the president and the president's family. He did not. We can clarify it, and then I hope you will, if it turns out that way, what I'm saying is accurate, that you will put a note in your news source that I was wrong. That's one. So we come back to that. Now, clearly, it has no credibility whatsoever. This is like anybody getting up one day and saying, I was told by Mr. X, like one of the reporters here, that Gordon Mosley takes money from the Mohammeds. So the person does an interview saying, I was told by reporter X that Gordon Mosley takes money from the Mohammeds. No, I know. I'm not saying.
Number one being the president, number two being the vice president. Has anybody ever approached you on behalf of number one, set goal, give money, and not a self goal. I don't think that this individual was being serious by them to me, but there's a coach who is the president of almost right up there outside the president. So from time to time, he would ask me small amounts of gold, like 7-8 ounces of gold. He would mention that this is for number one. Just give me the good price. So, all that he's a representative, just like Sana, he's an agent of the government. And he's taking that this purchasing is not really selling to number one. It's still give to number one for what the transactions or some people have done and give it from. That will be his part of the amount that he's giving to them.
So y'all heard the mention of how the drawback this get paid. It's not directing, allegedly, it's a roundabout type of movement that is being made. For instance, it's come about and make a mention and you don't know what's up and you do your thing, allegedly. But we clearly hear who was mentioned right there, right? We clearly hear who was mentioned and we hear the things that are being alleged, right? Let's go into some more of this interview that was done just yesterday.
Right.
Clear, because you might have your people out there.
You see how sensitive you are to third-party accusations? This was a third-party accusation. You see how sensitive you are? Or you don't take money from the moments. But this was a third party. Azimbash, being steered by Travis Chase, said, I was told by a man named Sano that the reason he can't pay me back, and this is money that Azimbash owes to the Mohammeds, that he can't pay me back because he's connected to the president and he has to give the president mom some money. That's what he said Sano told him. He then said Sano told him also that he will get contracts, etc. And when he gets the contract, he will give him back his money. He didn't say, Azimbash then issued a statement saying, I never paid the president's mom any money, nor the president, nor anyone else.
Well, I'm telling you, Team Delta, it only took a few hours, right? And notice at the inception of the conversation, the VP is acting like if he don't know what's being spoken about, but he's very clear on what was said to the point where he can dissect what was said and turn it around in his own way to present it back to you in a manner that you should accept, in a manner that will be favorable to, his particular cause and his party that he's obviously needing to represent going into the election come September 1st. But the thing is this, Guyanese, we got to open our eyes. We got to open our eyes and see what is going on right in front of us. It's about time. It's definitely about time that we realize that everything has hit the fan. Everything hit the fan, buddy. It has hit the fan now. And these elections that are coming up in September 1st is some of the most important elections of our lifetime. You know what I'm telling you? Because with this coming 5 years, there can be a whole lot of change for the good or a definite whole lot of change for the very worst in Guyana. I'm telling you. Let's hear some more of this.
This is what Sano told me. So that's the point I'm making. So third party, obviously Travis Chase and the others were steering him to do that, to malign the president and his mom. So I just gave a hypothetical. Assuming Cordell said he heard that Gordon Mosley is collecting money from the Mohammeds. And he does an interview like now with someone, and he says this. You just said, I didn't do that. That's a third-party information. Then Cordell comes out and put out an information. I don't know this about Gordon. I heard it from a third party. That is what it's all about. But I'm shocked about...
Hey, remember reason, y'all. Olive, welcome into the live. Like Shaggy said, it wasn't me. Olive, welcome into the live. It wasn't me. They said that you was number 2. It wasn't me. You know what I mean? Granny collecting money for you. It wasn't me. It's 5% plus 2. It wasn't me. I telling you. Hey, GT, Guyana. What's next, man? What is next? No, you could believe that he's really trying to say that. That person said nothing connecting to him. I don't know who's holding the post of vice president. But guess what? You can't run away from this one.
About how you will bring up rumors of this sort of thing, but you wouldn't bring up the same group that released this interview. The individual said in another interview that the Mohammeds have been paying for her legal fees.
So Mandela is pointing out insightful commentary, man. This is why it's got to big up Team Delta, big up the comment section every single time, because y'all is who's make the live. Without y'all, there is no live, right? Without the viewers, there is no live. So a special thank you to everyone that's watching live right now and everybody that's gonna watch this in the future. Let's read this comment, insightful comment, might I add, that's coming from Mandela. How come Jagdeo believed the apology of Bash, but not what he said to Travis? How come Jagdeo believed the apology, but not the original claims that was made by Mr. Bash to Travis? Big up yourself, Mandela. This is what I want to know to myself. What y'all think about that? How come? How come he believe the apology, but he didn't believe in the other part of the conversation? Look how many levels of corruption was mentioned. Look how many things was mentioned in that couple of minutes video right there that just set the whole Guyana diaspora, the whole world talking about this interview. They got big tune right now, more than 100,000 spins in a couple of days. That trending, more than 100,000 spins. Gangster Grammy, trending. Right? But he believed the apology though. Right? Was the apology genuine? How come you know that? How come you know that the apology is genuine? And if you don't believe what was said was sound, what about the investigation? Yeah, I tell you, hey, Mandela, big up yourself, King. With these questions right here, I feel somebody should have asked you some of this in that press conference there and see how we would have been able to answer some of these questions that you just present right here. If you don't believe what was said was sound, right, it's true. What about the investigation? What about the investigation to prove that these allegations are unfounded? Insightful. Big up yourself, Team Delta.
And the Mohammeds told them to release the interview. The Mohammed told her to release the interview. That is how this interview was released. It was done quietly by Travis Chase, as this guy said, as Mbash said, I'm suing Travis Chase. I did this because Sano owe me money, and this is what he told me. Travis Chase obviously collaborated with the Mohammeds. The Mohammeds then told the individual.
You see what Claude is saying? This is a politician and a good one. He's switching it around, right? I hope you are able to see clearly we're going on with the gaslights, and you won't underestimate, right? The way that persons were able to hold on to power for so long and think that it's just by a whim or something is by situations like this, where they're able to do certain things, allegedly, and then do things like we're seeing on the screen right now. Deal with it in a manner like this.
Release this now. How come all of that angle doesn't come in this story? So let me make it clear at this stage. The man who
Desiree, welcome into the live. Definitely thanks for tuning in and thanks for being a part of this Festive Friday live presentation. Oliver, I think y'all got the VP stuttering. What a thing for a man who always got a plaster, right? I telling you, hey, the situation getting real sticky, and there's a few days, almost less than 2 weeks in a couple of days, right? Before that big election on September 1st. Definitely make sure that you subscribe so you could stay updated with everything that's trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. Because we gonna make sure that we update you with everything that's related to not just this leaked interview, but everything else. We got a number of things to get into. Don't forget Miss Lara BATSON, the person who did you want to keep off the interview, right? The person who they were trying their best to keep off of the interview, off of the investigation. She broke her silence recently, and she has a set of new conversation related to everything that's going on with the Adriana Young case. We're going to hear from Miss Lara in a couple of minutes right here as we cruise the skies. Festive Friday, Delta 9 Media. Let's hear some more from the VP.
who did the interview said clearly, I've never paid the president or anyone else any money. 2, I never paid the president's mom any money. This is what I heard somebody say. That should be the end of the matter, because there's no evidence whatsoever that any money was paid. This is just another rumor that is being perpetrated by the Mohammeds to muddy the water so people don't look at their dirty dealings. And that is why when they released it at this time. That's why they released it at this time. Gordon, you're a seasoned reporter. You should have known about all of this. How come the interview was released? Now, there are tapes too that spoke about how the interview was released, linking Mohammed to the release. That angle should have come over. And 2, you should have known that the guy issued a statement saying, I never did any of this sort of thing. I never paid anyone a bribe. I was told about this. It's a rumor. I just pointed out a rumor, and you made it clear you're not collecting. And I know you may not, or else you wouldn't have asked him the tough question in front.
You know me long enough to know I don't do that. And sir, but are you concerned when you see those exchanges and even the denials? In those denials, these are billionaire businessmen talking about borrowing 700 million.
Because they are stupid people. They're stupid people and they're related. So Amir he's made it clear.
I telling you, they're stupid, they're related. Everybody in the family is stupid, you know, right? It's a big stupid family. Hear what the VP saying? The VP say blaming it on this stupid family. A.P.N.U 100K per month. I telling you, pick up yourself. Auto Can. Do you have an auto dealer? Do you sell spare parts? Are you definitely in the automobile business? Are you a body shop? Auto Can, drop it into the comment section. Let's definitely shout you out, Auto Can. If that's a part of your business right over here on Festive Fridays, that's definitely something that we would do for you, Auto Can. Big up yourself and thanks for being a part of the live. All right. Who else is in the live right now? Audrey Garway is saying it was the up. if was the opposition, would you, Jagdeo, had let it come to an end? I'm telling you, if it only was the opposition, it definitely want to come to an end. It definitely are. Do you know they would have dragged this on forever? If they're dragging out that conversation about Mr. Patterson and this conversation with Durban Park and all of that, and they're always bringing up the conversation about charade and back and forth with those two things. The allegations that we heard from the video make them two situations that look minuscule. You know what I'm telling you? Either one of them situations, if they're founded, is definitely something that we don't want to be happening in our country. But if we were to compare the three things, we would see that the amount of financial corruption that was mentioned in that leaked interview, it surpasses anything else that we would have heard recently, buddy. I'm telling you, big up yourself, Bantu King. Bantu King is saying the government at this time is not supposed to be in negotiations with foreign companies or investors on any deals or contracts. They are a caretaker government right now, meaning obviously Parliament has been dissolved just a few days before elections, so we got to watch certain underhanded deals. You see, big up yourself again to the persons in the comment section. Y'all make the life popping. Y'all make this life what it is. Hear what Bantu King saying right there? Bantu King is saying the government at this point is not supposed to be in no negotiations with no foreign companies. So if they get any negotiation going on with any company from the Dominican Republic right now about GPL, something is definitely up. Something is up. And plus we're hearing a lot of other things is going on in the underworld. Soon to be uploaded, soon to be exposed right here on Delta 9 Media. So make sure that you subscribe and thumbs up this live. Let the world see what's going on Festive Fridays with Delta 9 Media today. I'm telling you, big up yourself, Mark, and thanks for being a part of the live. Ato Khan is saying corruption will continue no matter who rule. Well, we're still to see if this level of corruption will continue no matter who rule, because we've never seen this level of corruption from any other political party in Guyana. Mind you, Guyana is a young nation, less than 100 years in independence, but we've never seen this level of corruption like we're seeing right here. Pick up yourself, Jeffrey, and thanks for being a part of the live. Jeffrey is saying this. He just said P.P.P people stupid. One more time, LLL. Hey, the man said is a stupid family. The man says a stupid family. The related and the stupid. They ain't just stupid. It's a set of them that related and stupid. It's crazy when you think about what was said right there, you know? Full disrespect, but guess what? We definitely gonna be analyzing some more though. What was being said right here by Janet? Why are you focusing so much on the releases? I'm telling you. Truth needs no help to stand. You see what Andre is saying? Right? All you got to do is put it next to the lie. As soon as you put the truth next to the lie is gonna run away. And when we put that interview, that's why I run and get my phone. I say, hey, I got to get this actual interview, because if I only allow this to go down in the record without persons having a chance to see exactly what's being referenced, then they might actually believe what's being said. And I went and I get it. And you know, it's a good thing I went and get it, because as I go back to the page right now on the computer screen, you know the thing's still buffering, so we won't get to put it into the record yet. So it's a good thing I follow my mind. Let close down there. I'm telling you, it's a good thing I follow my mind. Truth to power. Watching from the US, big up yourself. Melinda, logging in from London. You see international flight, US, London, Caribbean, Guyana, all over. Hey, big up yourself. And thanks for being a part of the live. It's Festive Friday. Trump put P.P.P in power. Telling you, who knows? And we're definitely going to see who's going to be in power soon, because we know Guyana's had enough and it's time for a change. You know what I mean? It's time for a change. He is not telling us that the rumors were that the rumor was apologized for since June month to the president and mom. How come we never heard about it before on Thursday? And why should we believe you when you say so? He don't owe me no truth, Mandela. He just selling me dreams. He presenting a conversation to gaslight me into believing something, into believing a narrative that he's trying to sell. But we're going to listen some more because it's good for we understand the gaslight, you know. Because when you understand the gaslight, you could maneuver around this gaslight. You could move yourself out of the way because you understand what's the plan, right? People right now are very, very heightened going into this election because it's very important. And as we all know, there's a lot at stake.
Clear, Azruddin is his father-in-law. Amir said he is married to Azruddin's stepdaughter. They made it clear. How come that angle is not being looked at? You know, you see the bitterness between these people. It has nothing to do with P.P.P. The man has made it clear. He goes on his program, talks about it all the time, about the connection he has to the...
The man throw Amir under the bus. The man say, you and your father-in-law. The man say, tired of Amir and the father-in-law. The man say, I'm tired of Amir and the father-in-law. Well, listen to this, man. Hey, this is real Festive Friday. I'm telling you, hey, this is, look, Jagdeo said, tired of Amir and the father-in-law. They just causing be a problem for me this year in this election. Hey, you don't talk for me. You don't talk for we, Amir. I'm tired of you and your father-in-law. Both of y'all could get it right.
To Azruddin Mohammed, they're through the family link. These are people who would engage in all of that, but it shows you the dirtiness. Is this the guy who fabricates all of this evidence, or fabricates all of these stories to cause us to turn a blind eye to the real story? And the real story is that this is a criminal who is sanctioned by the United States of America, who's running for the presidency of Guyana, and who poses a threat to our sovereignty. That is the story. This is all smokescreen. Smokescreen in 2 weeks before the elections, so that you don't focus on who the real Mohammed is.
Smoke screen? I can't see why a person can put up a smoke screen by implicating themselves into millions and billions of dollars of fraud. We clearly hear the guy said that he used to conversate with Mr. Mohammed's father allegedly and ask he to help him to get audience with certain high-ranking people in power. Why would he pay for somebody to say that? Wouldn't that affect him right now, given that elections is on the 1st of September? Do you listen to some of the things that he's saying we don't need to listen to because it ain't got nothing to do with it? Do you?
Because the grandmother would facilitate contracts for him in the interior locations, would work or so that he's responsible for, would go right, act an arrangement of the drama.
Hey, I got to go back to this Chedi Wa Alaman 1 video and see if the name of this Wa Alaman is connecting with what we're hearing right in this leak interview, because there was a number of things that was mentioned in the Wa Alaman video that might be connecting with what we're hearing right here. You know? Snakes in the Mary Jane smoke screen. I telling you, real thing, right? Real thing. It's just, hey, it's real entertaining and festive over here on this Friday. The man said, I'm tired of this one. Amir and his father-in-law and all of them in the family. They're going to set the stupidness. messing around me on me elections time. You watch yourself with me, you know. You hear what Jagdeo saying? I'm tired of all of them stupid people like telling you, hey. And the man said from one family to related. Hey, yeah. What's going on your side? What's going on your end of the world, your part of the globe? It's Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media. And we're keeping it festive while bringing you everything that's been trending this week. Plus, we're updating you with certain gas lights that's going on. In a couple of minutes, we're going to jump into the information that was presented by Miss Laura BATSON just recently. Recently, we're going to jump into the Purple Army's in the house. Almost 600 people watching us live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take a couple of seconds and thumbs up the live. When you thumbs up the live, you just gave your ticket to the hostess. You just gave your ticket to the ticketing agent. And you need a ticket to be a part of the flight, don't you? Definitely. Take a couple of seconds and thumbs up the live. It's Delta 9 Media. Send this one out into the algorithm. Let everybody know that it's Festive Fridays and Delta 9 Media is live. We're having a laugh, we're taking a sip, and we're enjoying life while we analyze the things going on in our beautiful country. Thanks for being a part of the live and spending some time with us.
A smoke screen. And he engineered the release of it. Clearly, it was taped with a view to do that, to bring down the president, because the president is our candidate.
See what Jeffrey's saying? In Minneapolis, it is hot. Minneapolis, Minnesota, it is hot right now. It's hot over here. The rain is set up just now, but you know that little steam was coming. You got the rain setting up after some hot sun. Yeah, this is what's going on right now in PA. Steamy. But I like the weather like that because guess what? It reminds me of Guyana. Definitely. Thanks to every person that's in the live right now. What's Nikki saying right here? Is Adriana Young, grandmother and sheriff, a part of the P.P.P.C? I'm telling you. Is Adriana Young, grandmother, and Stefan a part of the P.P.P.C? Listen, might they be a part of the P.P.P.C? Who knows? Who knows, Nikki? I'm telling you. But the way that certain persons are being protected right now, that's a great question. Very hot and humid in NYC. Listen, them New York summers is different when the sun stand up on them building. It's different. No breeze unless you just make your way over to the biggest park, one of the biggest parks in Brooklyn. And guess what? It is named after a Guyanese. And I'm going to bring in my co-pilot for her to tell us about this park in Brooklyn, one of the largest parks. Sometimes we go over there and we jump on the bicycle and everything. What's the name of that park?
Shirley Chisholm Park.
Shirley
right
Chisholm.
Off of the Pennsylvania Avenue exit.
I telling you, the park, and is named after Shirley Chisholm, who is a Guyanese, right? Guyanese, Shirley Chisholm. Big up yourself to Shirley Chisholm family and all the persons who would have survived her. She would have transcended, but definitely made her mark in Region 11. She has one of the largest parks, in Region 11, aka New York. If you didn't know, and he's doing big things at home and abroad. Shirley Chisholm.
And she was one of the trailblazers in Congress.
Did a lot in Congress, a lot. Big up yourself to
and
her.
Guys, check out the park. They usually have bike riding, canoeing, there's people fishing. Check it out.
Hey, we got to go live a day from in the park and show persons the impact that Guyanese is making all over the world. I'm definitely going to do that. One day when we're over there, we're going to go live from Shirley Chisholm Park. But let me hear some more with the VP got for a second. He's making an impact with this, trying to gaslight people. It's Festive Fridays. Big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of the live.
So you get Travis Chase to conduct this interview. And look at the steering questions. The steering, he's steering the guy all the time to badmouth the president or his family or Minister Vikram Bharat.
Whether you're concerned, when you look at the releases between the parties, about borrowing 700 million. Are you
Who
concerned
borrowing
about
who, man? I didn't see that one.
Yes or no? You said so.
You see everything else, you know. You see everything else. You know exactly what the guy said. You know exactly what the guy didn't say. But when the guy was pointing out all the millions that was being borrowed, like, I just play it, watch. The guy is pointing out all the stuff that's going on, watch. The man asking for some more time from Gangster Granny.
Responsible for would go to Sona, right?
What more y'all want here, man? We hearing it directly from the person on the interview. But yet persons is saying, there's no way y'all learn something else. Watch.
It's crazy. He just said that the guy didn't mention him.
Yeah, he said the guy didn't mention he said that Garden making this up. He said that they get some stupid people. I tired of this man and his son-in-law. Hey, you talking for we talking for ourselves over here, Amir. You and your family they want to set us through all kind of thing going on in the interview. But in addressing the fact that the level of corruption that's being alleged in this interview is at an all-time high with certain things, right? And there's certain things that could cause problems in the country for people on the ground, like smuggling allegedly with persons that are a part of US sanctions right now, like high-level corruption that we're hearing with people taking bribe and people taking payoff and give people contracts and kick back and people get this 35 million. All kind of things.
I know he spoke about Sono. Sono issued a release.
No. These are private businessmen.
No, are you concerned about the amount of money they're passing around each other? $700 million as loans.
Exactly.
So how concerned are you about that?
So no, it's no secret that Azim Bash win office in Madhya is in the Bash family building now in Madhya. As we speak now, you go there, you see the win office in Madhya is in a building owned by the Bash. What
more y'all want to see, Guyana? And tell y'all that we need to give Blue some time for us to really analyze what's going on with the inner runnings and the movements. We can't take no chances with our country. The level of corruption and the connection with those that are corrupted is clear for us to see moving into September 1st. Not much is gonna change unless somebody come out and prove that all of these things are unfounded or there's a real investigation into this. We could clearly see that blue and red is still connected in business and there's high-level billion-dollar corruption going on. Things that is implicating parts of the country that's involved. Things that's implicating public safety, because as long as you're smuggling gold, what else you're smuggling? Y'all here we're going on with James Singh and persons threatening his life, right? Y'all here we're going on with the fact that the US now is about to send the persons over from their armed forces over to South America to combat what's going on with the drug dealing. Y'all don't want the US to have to land on Guyana's territory, to have to do nothing because the Dusty got to run. the resources gonna got to run. I'm telling you straight up, it's not gonna be a free thing for them to assist you with your problem. All right? They're not gonna come and say, hey, give me this for this. But something will have to move for that to go down. Plus, the fact that the US is being affected by the drugs that's coming from this region. They're not gonna play around, because situations like those creating places like certain streets and certain blocks in PA of itself and in other parts of the country where persons are just strung out. You understand? And the US is taking it to the nations that is creating this problem for them. Big up yourself, Godfrey, and thanks for being a part of the live.
And they
nearly loses cool, right? Nearly loses cool and his focus. And that's why, to be honest with you, we all are looking at, say what you want to say. The situation is what it is, and we know that the VP is definitely presenting certain things that might not be founded, but you got to look at the mastery at work of how he's dealing with this situation. Even though we figure out what's going on, certain other persons wouldn't have been able to hold their composure and move around in that manner. And you've got to be aware of that, because how many other situations was dealt with like this? How many other situations was gaslighted into a cover-up? How many other situations was gaslighted under the rug until we stop forgetting and we don't even remember what went down?
More connection. Mr. Bash has made it clear he's indebted to the Mohammeds. Then he lends money to, he said he lent money to this other guy. That's what it's clearly, it is a problem, and I hope the FIU is looking at all of these things, but this is business between these people. That has nothing to do with the People's Progressive Party or anyone in our camp. And so this is the story. All week long, they were at this now because we're 2 weeks away, muddy the waters so we don't focus back on who this guy is. His ineptitude, not just ineptitude, what is it? It's incompetence. You can't even be competent. I can't find a word to describe a man who can't go to his own press conference and read a script. To a press conference and read a script and stay and answer 2 questions even. And running for the presidency of Guyana. Running for the presidency. You know, look at it historically. From Burnham, this is the tradition we've had. You know, from Burnham, Chedi Jagan, Janet Jagan, Samuel Hines, Jagdeo Ramatar, Irfan Ali. Every president, Granger, even Granger, although he preferred other interviews, would never hide from a press conference and is capable of hosting a press conference. Just answering 2 basic questions. Can't answer it. Can't explain nothing, even what's written in his manifesto. They look shocked when they hear the reporter ask about their own things in their manifesto. Obviously, they didn't read it. Who's caused all of his candidates now to lose their bank accounts because he lies to them. He tells them, oh, it's the P.P.P. Not that they pose a risk, he's posing a risk to them. And let me say something about this. You know how many people in Berbice yesterday, I saw a note from one of their candidates in line path saying, I never signed up any document. And somebody sent me a statement from the guy, I did not sign to be a candidate. We've had about 3 or 4 cases from Berbice alone. We have had cases from all over the country. People who have lost their accounts say, we want to disassociate with this man.
Well, you hear it for yourself, Team Delta, right here on Festive Friday. So how the government, what's Mandela saying right here? Let's read what Mandela has to say right now.
So why they don't do the same thing with me?
That's a very good question. A very good question that a lot of persons is asking. So how the government never arrested no major drug cartel for 5 years, but the United States can do it in Guyana? how can they protect Guyanese from getting involved knowledgeable, knowingly and unknowingly? How can they prevent Guyanese from getting involved knowingly and unknowingly into certain? I'm telling you, it's very, very insightful questions you're asking, man. There's some of these things I'm telling you, they need to really address, because if they don't address it, it's going to continue to get worse. And the party that's going to come into power come September 1st, Desiree, thanks for being a part of the live. Why can't he say anything? Why can't he say anything without Win? He never stops. I'm telling you, because Win is the party on the street with the most momentum. Win is doing an exceptional job right now. Don't get me wrong, you know. The momentum that they're able to gain in such a short period of time, and the fact that they're a new political party and this is their first election, I wonder if any other new political parties in the Caribbean has garnered any success like Win has garnered so far, right? As we're analyzing what's going on with the 2025 elections. If any party, obviously Guyana is not as populated as other places, so they mightn't have garnered as much, but per annum, if you're to analyze, you know, person per person, any other new political party doing it big like Win, because they're doing it big, and we need to realize that we are witnessing history right here in 2025 with the Win party. From my perspective, I am saying, look, they need to clean up things a bit more before they have that ruling position, because there's still a lot of technicalities that might cause a lot of problems for Guyanese. So as a real patriotic-minded person, as a person who has no affiliation with no particular party, but I am all about Guyana all the time, and I support the party in power when they deserve it, like all patriots do. Pick up yourself, Team Delta. We're definitely gonna get into some of what is going on, right? With the second press conference, because who didn't know the second press conference was delayed a little bit. It was delayed a little bit because of the same GPL, allegedly it was GPL. So I show that the VP is not the only person that tired of GPL. The VP is not the only person that got that saying, listen, we're gonna shift around certain people in management. I'm very sure that if Team Blue has anything to do with it, it's gonna be problems for certain people at GPL. But nonetheless, let's jump straight into this, because this is the second press conference that was done by the fan, the super fan of Team Win, Mr. Bradley Samson, popularly known as Doggie. Presidential dog is doing his thing. You hear what I'm saying? Pick up yourself, Bradley. We hear right now from Bradley Samson.
And then they look down on us like, oh.
Right now, Bradley in this party, he's going into speaking on certain things that he definitely took some time to observe in Guyana. What I want to do is see if I can get the intro. Let's begin. All right, let me jump with this piece first, then we can come to that piece.
I'm going to give you an example. I'm good at the example. Amir, the bastard, Amir. I call him the bastard. He's no good. He is one that replaced Guyanese critics, okay? But something is wrong with him. Now, he's driving a Lexus, right? Let me give you, I want to give you what's facts. Hold on. I want to give you what's facts, right? Look. 1 second. PAE 5868. Amir driving this vehicle. It's a white Lexus, right? You know how I get this number plate? You know how I get this number plate? One of his own family said, Doggie, I need a favor. My cousin disrespect me and violate me. The vehicle he's driving, it is totally wrong. No taxes. And it's a big boy vehicle. Because he's part of the government? It's because he's friends of the government, he can do what he have to do? No, it's a no for me. If you want to talk about somebody, you got to clean up your shop. Learn to clean up your house before you can talk about somebody. You guys are not living a perfect life. You come out here, you try to pretend, oh, you're better than this person, you're better than that person. My fellow Guyanese, respectfully, some of these contracts what the government is giving you is chunk change. Look around, who is cleaning the trench? Who is digging the trench?
Yeah, I could see why they got a problem with the presidential. Yeah, I could see why they got a problem with the Bradley Samson.
Presidential fan.
Right, the presidential fan. Right? Yeah, I could see why they got a problem with it because he's telling it as it is. And let's not forget that this was a person that used to support the very party that's in power right now, right?
No, take a good look at it. Our complexion, right? And we're so happy and eager and we think they're doing a lot. No, come September 4th. Come September 4th and the win party, they will provide for you and your family. Do you understand me? We're gonna do it together. Guyanese people, you guys have a begging mentality. You gotta open up your eyes. When you're living abroad and out of Guyana, you see life differently. You gotta follow the rules. You gotta learn to follow the rules and do the right thing. It starts with us. It starts with us. We have been forgotten. And the government think, well, yeah, we're gonna get them this, they're gonna shut them out. No, it's not. It is not. I don't want to say we get proper roads. I'm not gonna give it to you. Some of the roads, they're okay. They're okay. Some of the roads, they're okay. Some roads, it's worse than we fix. I don't think it could fix. It takes a miracle to fix back some of the roads. Some of them, it takes a miracle, okay? We have to open up our eye. This is the time. Come September 1st, the party is called WIN. The future president, Mr. Azadine Mohammed, he's a very loving and he's a fair man. Give Guyana a chance. The people are complaining. I have police friends. They call me, Doggie, excuse me. Listen to me. Let the boss know we voted for him. We like him. They can't do it, brother. Because this government, they're vindictive. They're vindictive because of a blue shirt or a blue party. Are you kidding me? Everybody have a right to vote for what they want or who they want to vote for. You cannot bully us, okay? Enough is enough. I'm asking the vice president of this country, let my people go. Release this country. It is not yours alone. Release this country. We want new young face. We want new ambition. We want new ideas. This is what we want. This is what we want. In my phone, a lot of young people is calling me. Oh, Doggie, you don't have to work? We want to work. We want to work. I talked to 5 young men who went in and out of prison. They said, all I know about is to steal stuff. I don't want to steal. I see a change coming. You know what I say? My brothers, just pray for us. Pray for us and wait. Young people want to work. This government, they're so vindictive. They're trying to say, oh, you don't fix this criteria. You don't have education. So a lot of us cannot have education to understand. Build places so you can train people. They don't want to do nothing. Nothing they don't want to do, you know. Young people want to work and not just work.
I'm telling you. See, I hear what's being highlighted right there, right? Y'all hear it for yourself. And what do you think about that? What do you think about what's being presented right there by Bradley? Why is Doggie throwing people under the bus? Desiree, that's a good question. A very, very good question. I'm telling you. I'm wondering so myself. Let's see what Mandela is saying. Doggie is so right. He is shining. He is shining the people that they fooled every election because they are poor. Jagdeo like to dangle the corruption. In front operates as Santa Claus or Jesus, the Savior. Keep them poor, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Oppress them, keep them hand to mouth, keep them can't find, can't help, right? So when we come around with anything that's fertile ground, shout out to that then. We remember when you said, so we always gonna analyze it from that aspect. We always gonna analyze it and look in that direction to see if there's a fertile ground situation going on. You know what I mean? But as Mr. Samson was mentioning, talking with persons on the phone, remember, it's full Delta 9 media style right now, and we are cruising. We're cruising, buddy. We're in the sky and we're cruising right now, analyzing what's trending and what's going on in Guyana. Watch this. Let's analyze some phone calls that was being mentioned. The same thing that was being mentioned, we're analyzing it so we could get the real thing from persons that was calling in and addressing certain hurdles that they're facing in Guyana right now.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
Talk to me.
Okay, the youth supplier needs you. When are you guys coming in supplier?
The people in Sapphire needs me. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
We're supposed to come in Sapphire very soon. Right? I'm going to confirm with you later. We can come in Sapphire very soon. We forget Sapphire. We forget BURKE. We forget BEV. We forget CHRONICLE. Westside, we forget these places all over. We just touching all the far place first and then we coming in, you know what I'm saying? But we will be there. We will be there, okay? I can assure you.
Because there's a lot of issue at hand and they need to be addressed. Because they have people that's working for $60,000 a month, have to pay rent, have to pay school fee, and you don't know the nursery school. They're working up to a certain time. Government, them are working up to a certain time.
Something $60,000 a month.
Exactly.
They're slaving our people. They're slaving our sweetie.
$300 US a month. You hearing that, T?
It's crazy to think that.
300.
It's crazy. Our country is so rich without oil. And that's how people are living?
I'm going to show you, right? 100% salary increase. If you walk in the 60 or somebody walking the 60, it's 120,000 a month. Double increase. I can assure you this.
It's really tough out there. It's really tough out there,
right,
man.
Thank you, okay? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is what people going on in this country. You see what's going on in this country? When you work for 60,000 a month, you gotta buy food. If you're a woman, part liners, deodorant. If you have children or a child, things for your children, clothes. Passage should go to work, plus rent for pay. Look at any fucking money. Is that any money? It is not. It is not. At that point, live, I'll call you back. Morning. Right? That is no money. That is no money. Look. Oh my God. Now you see why a lot's going on. Now you see why a lot's going on. Now you see why a lot going on in this country. Hello?
Boy, what live you on?
Social media live. I just said I'm on live. Oh, look, I didn't tell you to go on thief. I didn't tell you to sell weed. I didn't tell you to the insult. Give people jobs, create more jobs and training. Look at the Chinese. The Chinese, they're driving. They're driving in our country.
Technical hiccups with the presentation coming in from the presidential. But nonetheless, the flight must continue. The flight must continue. And that it will, right here on Delta 9 Media.
And then they look down on us like, oh, look, I I didn't tell you to go and thief. I didn't tell you to sell weed. I didn't tell you to the insult. Give people jobs, create more jobs and training. Look at the Chinese. The Chinese, they're driving. They're driving in our country. They have driver's license. They have all type of stuff. Look at the Spanish and the Venezuelan. They're living better than us. Better than us. So what do we, the people in this country? They turn their back on us. They forget us. They want to trick us, sell us dreams and lie. I said no to dreams and lies. Okay? No to dreams and lies. I want to put this out there, right? I like to play tick for tack. Last week, all week, our vice president, he trolled me. Have I personally met the vice president? No, I've not. Have we ever shake hands? No, I have not. Right? He constantly tried to play me. He disrespected me. The level of intelligence that I have. Okay, he clearly, on his own words, he said, who is Bradley Samson? Oh, Bradley Samson is Doggie. The way he called my name, I laughed. Bradley Samson, come on. Big Ed, you know my name very well. You know my name very well. Very well. Want to with our vice president.
Yo, I tell you, it's a festive season. It's definitely the festive season. And this is Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media. This is some snippets coming in from the second press conference held by Mr. Bradley Samson, popularly known as the presidential dog, aka the super fan. Now we're gonna hear some more about that before we jump straight into what Miss Laura BATSON has to say.
President, he's not just a liar like a mayor. He's good. I think people who have big heads, it's full up with a lot of lies. Respectfully, I thank God my head is not big. I don't want to have a big head. Big head is no good. Full up with a lot of nonsense, okay? No, ladies and gentlemen, right? The vice president said on his live interview, I battled with a young lady in her head with a gun. That's what he said, right? I was accused of accusation. I was accused. I was never convicted of a crime. Therefore, there's a difference. But you want to tell me, right? Pot tell pot, it's bottom black. Ladies.
I tell you, see what Balwant is saying? Very soon and very shortly, a fool and his money shall be parted. Vote P.P.P all the way. Progress and prosperity for Guyanese. Yeah, I see what's going on. That team Red is in the house too, making sure that they say, listen, it's P.P.P all the way. What y'all think about that team, Delta? What are your views about that? Definitely drop it into the comment section. Y'all see what Mr. Balwant is saying. What do you think about that? What is Team Delta's views about that? Remember, this was the second press conference that Bradley would have done, right? And y'all hear what's going on right there. It's Festive Fridays. We didn't drop this tune yet. So since Balwant jump in and drop that comment, we definitely gonna play this tune. I know if y'all hear it yet, but we were analyzing who got the biggest tune in the rally so far. We don't play Gangsta Granny. We play Guyana got a lot of foolish people. That's one of the biggest ones. I like that one too. But where this one is, sir? Balwant, you hear this track right here, Balwant?
Blaze up.
Country has music.
Blaze up. Blaze up. Blaze up. Blaze up. Blaze up. Blaze up.
Hey, I hope they pay this youth, you know. I hope they pay this youth.
Scaly
Youth
bang,
man,
right?
youth man, make sure they pay you at least 10 million for this. And I ain't telling you, but no exaggerated amount. They're supposed to give you at least 50K US for this. Don't play around with your dusty body. Do not play around, because come September 1st, they're not gonna use for this song as much. But while they're using your intellectual property, King, make sure you're being compensated, because you did your thing.
Definitely.
Earth finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. P.P.P, I want the people them choose. If you not vote, the whole country.
Balwan, you know the song Balwan? Balwan, wait there. You gone already, buddy? You know this tune? You know this tune? This is one of the songs them that's rocking. I ain't gonna lie. It's knocking. But it's all about making that right choice. Look here, we're going on right here. So this song.
I lose if you want to know who are the president for true. Earth and the lame are the man for them true. Yeah. So vote up, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote up. No. Vote up, 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 vote up.
Big up yourself, Balwan. You know that track there? Thanks for being a part of the live nonetheless. Nonetheless. Who we got coming in is from who? From V. This is who track? V.P.A.
I am ready to move forward. I am ready to take my place. I am ready to live my country with purpose, pride, and grace. Let's move forward, Guyana. Side by side, me and you. The future starts today, and we're ready to break through. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready to move forward? Let's go. Are you ready to change this land hand in hand? From the coast to the hinterland, hear the people say, we're done with the waiting. We're stepping up today. No more silence, no more fear. We're voting for a vision that's crystal clear.
What? Definitely we are live right here. That's it. That's how it is. And you just had a chance to hear some. The rally songs them, but we are tunes them that's out right now for the rally. Right? Who got the biggest tune right now? Who got the tune that is definitely tearing up the airways right now? Right? Y'all hear this one yet? Who hear this one? Y'all hear this track here yet? This is one coming out to Team Green. Y'all hear this Team Green track yet?
Share the line. Share the message.
Too long them P.P.P. fatten up while we beg. Milk and honey gone, but we still drink dregs. Them build big house while school roof fall. And poor man crying when rain start fall. Them take oil, gold and timber too. But the children hungry, tell me what to do. From Berber straight to let them side. It's only lies them they're trying to hide. It's been too long, too long. The P.P.P. must go. We've been silent while them do wrong. Too long, too long. Them teething with a suit and a song. Too long, too long. We paid the price, they played the done. Guyana rise, we must be strong. This can't go on. Nah, this can't go. Them says she just a granny, but this ain't no crochet club thing. This a briefcase full of bricks and bling. Tell them gonna move right in the president ring. She don't want slow, she glide like a breeze with a mid-eye and bigger than them P.P.P.
She roll up calm, but she loud in style. Gold teeth glistening and $1 million smile. Briefcase busting with the stacks inside. Dollar bills and coins like a money landslide. Don't watch the hijab, watch the game she play. If you know, you know, and she not go jail. Rocking at 35M chain, pushing contracts full like a midnight chain. Gangsta granny, cash falling from the floor. Tell them corruption knocking at your front door. Gangsta granny, rocking at 35M chain, pushing contracts full like a midnight chain. Gangsta granny, cash falling from the floor. Tell them corruption knocking at your front door. She take the calls, break the drops. Big boss granny not take no chops. She whisper sweet to the customs gate. Let the gold pass through, we not the left. She know the rates, the drawbacks too. 5% going straight to the family crew. She got the ministers in her WhatsApp chat. One little text and the deal get grabbed. Gangsta granny, counting meals like bros every day. Mixing only books with the nation's greed. Gangsta granny,
I tell you, you're rocking out the Gangsta Granny, right? Gangsta Granny got a buzz. The track got a buzz. I tell you, Francis, the one right there, definitely tearing up the airways. But nonetheless, is right here on Festive Fridays and representing to you all the things that's trending in Guyana right now in one of the most festive manners of our broadcast. Why? It's the end of the week. You got to make sure that you celebrate and enjoy life. Look here, some of what's going on right here. Because we just hear from the VP. The VP said, hey, don't listen to this man, nor his son-in-law, mother-in-law, nobody, all of them. They're on a set of stupidness.
It's a family quarrel.
Right? But what we hearing coming right now from the same sheriff. Should we listen to what sheriff is saying right here or not? Because the VP said, do not listen to what he has to say. But what does he have to say?
You have to vote the P.P.P. And that's the truth.
Should we listen? Should we listen to that? The VP said, do not listen to sheriff, nor his son-in-law, mother-in-law, nobody, because what he's presenting is not the views or related to anything coming across from the P.P.P. If you want to hear what coming across, come to me, VP, Jagdeo, and I can say what is what.
Join every Thursday, right?
I'm telling you. But this is what Mr. Amir had to say.
Whoever is vexed with me by saying that, I don't care. But a vote for win is voting for Maduro. A vote for win is voting for 3/4 of your land to be taken away. Imagine.
So who was saying they're gonna give this concession into the sea? I don't remember. When the chat remember this concession into the sea that was supposed to be given to Venezuela? Who was the person offering them this concession into the sea?
I see on camera a certain bowhead man saying that.
I know this. Why I remember Toti. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember a certain person talking about giving things to Venezuela, and it wasn't Mr. Mohammed. So me know how to analyze what's being said, but let me hear some more of this.
Imagine a man come in your house and say, hey, I take in 3/4 of your land and there's nothing you can do for it. Do about it. That is exactly what is going to happen on the 4th of September if you vote for win.
Wait, man.
So,
wait.
Vote the party.
Isn't this the same thing that they did in Mocha? A vote for who so your land don't get taken?
I telling you.
Yeah, I remember the lady from Mocha.
Yeah.
In the mud, they broke up all her drinks.
Yeah, and
livestock.
Place. Yep.
Anyone remember that?
I telling you.
So a vote for who and your land is gonna get taken?
Listen, it's serious. It is serious. And it's Festive Friday. Festive Fridays. Did y'all hear this leaked voice note right here? Y'all catch this voice note yet on the airways? Guess what?
Well, since they've been attacking Azadine and Azadine's father, well, Azadine's sister came out with this and leaked this voice note.
And we're about to update you with it right now. Right here on Delta 9 Media. Festive Fridays. Get your screen recorder ready. And make sure that you got your copy of what's being released right here. Who knows if they might take it down from the internet? Who knows if somebody might come up with a gaslight and you got to draw for your phone quick like I had to run and get my phone just now to expose the gaslight that was coming from places of authority here, I tell you. But guess what? We're gonna hear what's going on right here now.
And I'm more the talking away. She says, "We talking to?" I said, "No, it's my wife talking now because the call switch."
That I see the call switch. Yeah, I want as well.
Yeah,
I just get cut off.
Is this cyber trucker in? So and now I'm learning to use it, right?
Oh.
I'm gonna get catch. Look, I sent you this video, right? Let me tell you, the moment you put up this video is the moment they know that everything's solidified, right?
Yeah, you tell me about Akins, how you get it.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Hold on. So here you are, right? Hickins and we were friends since he was commander in Brickdam, right? And
I telling you. So Hickins, you and this man good for a long time. This is why you gotta eat Michael for the wedding.
Exactly. I was just about to tell you, Mr. Wedding Planner.
Hey.
Hickins is not only the police, not only the commissioner, he's also great wedding planner.
I telling you. Plus, it's long now in this man pulling you and this man's friend from long. So yeah. It's normal for long time friends, you know, to have that kind of relationship with certain things. But let me listen to some more of what's going on right here, right? I telling you, stock up on contraband food. Audrey is saying this into the live right now. We just heard from Atocom saying stock up on contraband food. Audrey is saying Jagdeo is the best spin bowler in the world. The best spin bowler in the world. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, Audrey is saying we will nominate him for this award and King of the Liars in the world. Congratulations, PG. Yeah, I tell you. Number one liar, King Liar the Lion. Right? And the best spin bowler, he beating up every single spin bowler you could think about. Even people were mashing up wickets right now and taking out the stumps, definitely he beating them out. Pick up yourself, Audrey. Thanks for being a part of the live. He said he was the best spin bowler in the world. I tell you, my heart. Wow, nice. PPPC is lies, and more lies. I'm telling you, Roderick, we keeping you updated with what's going on right now, and definitely in a festive manner. Let me hear what's going on with advice. You know.
And when A.P.N.U was in power, right? When A.P.N.U was in power, they tried to poison Jagdeo, right? And
wait, my Festive Friday, the type of poison Jagdeo. That's what I was giving you coffee, curry. What the type of
Wait, and let's not forget Melly Mel. You lie.
Yo,
yeah, they can really tell something.
Melly, I tell you, Melly, so you lie.
Great actor. Yeah, Melly. You lie.
Melly say you lie. They try for poison. I tell you. It's sad when you hear about these type of things, but at the same time, you gotta wonder to yourself, if this one sheriff is trying to sell a dream and create a situation, like if he's really giving secrets when he's just creating conversation. You understand? But they try for poison Jagdeo, this and the third.
Because let's not forget, Granger had the same scare. Remember, someone planned to do something to Granger.
So was that a revenge type of thing? Oh, you try for poison me, I try for take you out, allegedly. Like there's a hidden thing to this. There's a mens rea. Big up yourself, the top cops. Like there's a mens rea behind this thing that, remember Top Cops was them that did the investigations. Remember Top Cops had all of them whining on the stand.
This.
Yeah.
And no one drinking a set of water.
And guess who was there giving information to? Mr. Chase. Big
Travis,
up yourself,
exactly.
Travis Chase. Big up yourself. Here's some more of this other leaked voice note. I'm telling you, it's a festive time. This is Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media. And we're hearing some more from another leaked voice note, updating you with everything what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost 700 people in the live right now. Have you taken a couple of seconds to thumbs up this live and send it out to the entire algorithm so people all over the world and in the diaspora could see it? Guess what? We have information here that will be updated about the Adriana Young case as well. We want this to meet the widest possible audience. Please take a couple of seconds, thumbs up the live. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, buddy. It don't cost you nothing.
Yes, he own what you call it, bodyguard, right? And Hickens get the tip off. Was who and what time they was gonna do it, right? And Hickens now call Barrett and tell Barrett, do not drink from the cup. And Barrett plays, well, you know, he's smart, right? And Barrett now go and test things the next day and find out. Me know what happened to the man, to tell you the truth. I never see back the officer ever again. I don't know what happened, to tell you the truth, right?
Well, you know, Barrett, he dead.
No, I just tell you, I swear to...
What?
Y'all hearing this? Team Delta, y'all hearing this? This is why it says important. Bring out your screen record. Let me put this down.
But on my children's life, I don't know. So I can't lie to this. It's Ramadan month, I ain't lying, right? But I had to remind Irfan of that story. And the next day...
Only Ramadan month, you don't lie.
Some people real disrespectful to the Most High when you think about it, you know. So any other time other than who? Gregorian or, you know, which one of the calendars dictate your lies, man? So whenever the calendar said this, when you choose to be honest, really?
And Mandel has a great point because I hear Amir say, wait, he can call and said, don't drink from the cup. How ironic, don't drink from the cup. Y'all party symbol the cup. So like, is this supposed to be like a joke or something? And not just that, how did they know that Jagdeo was gonna drink something? Why not eat something? Why only on the drink?
I'm telling you, them want to use the very cup to take out Jagdeo. Very disrespectful. If it is founded in the truth, is highly, highly disrespectful and an attempt on the life of the vice president, which should be taken seriously if it is founded. But coming from a person like Amir, remember the vice president himself said, do not believe nothing that you hear from Amir. He does not speak for the P.P.P. Take what he said with a pinch of salt, because he and the in-laws them got beef right now and he heard it hung on straight. You know what I'm saying?
And now all of a sudden, this police is missing. Like,
boy.
what?
I tell you. Hey, Guyana, you gotta love it.
Hey, the chief get conformed because I said, let me tell you something. Hickens might be ignorant, might be a lot of things, right? But when he got your back, right? He got your back. And you remember when he saved the chief and then he calmed himself down, right? Because
save the chief and then calm himself down. He ain't doing certain things no more. He calm down himself. So this is why I have to make sure that I nice them up because they behaving themselves. So I make sure that I nice them up and let them get a little nice time with that 8 million for the wedding. So me now come now the VP saying that he find the preposterous guy give them man a little 8 million. He forget when the man save his life. Why the man can't drink and the man stop you from drinking from the cup, buddy? I tell you, hey. The more and more you analyze this thing, is the more crazy and the more in-depth the corruption is getting, yeah? This corruption is crazy. Big up yourself, Marlene. Thanks for being a part of the live. Cheryl, Otto Khan, Audrey, everybody, Mandela, everybody that's in the live right now. Thanks for being a part
Otto is putting on a show.
I tell you. He said, what's this? Delta, do you have a Zizzle or Zilly? Zilly? No, I don't have a Zilly, but we do have CashApp and we do have PayPal that's on the screen right now. We do have a CashApp and PayPal on the screen. We do have channel memberships as well. You could become a member of the channel. And we do have super stickers as well if you're looking for a way to support the channel. Or guess what? You could go to 8butterfly.com and you can use our affiliate link, which is on the screen right now. And that's another way of how you can support Delta 9 Media. That's another way of how you can support independent media, Festive Fridays, and all the other broadcasts that we keep over here and all the other uploads and stuff like that. Definitely you can go to 8Butterfly. That's our affiliate link on the screen. Or you can donate to PayPal, you can donate to CashApp, or you can become a member or purchase a super sticker. And we definitely appreciate the gesture. We definitely appreciate any person that's willing to support what we're doing right here. Big up yourself. And if you're a company, right? If you're a business, if you're an artist, if you have something that you would like to broadcast to millions of people all over Guyana, all over the diaspora, the globe at that, and you're looking for a platform that's definitely able to do so for you at very competitive cost, then definitely contact us right here at Delta 9 Media and we can work out a package for you. Remember, no business is too big or too small. The numbers on the screen. And definitely let's jump right back into what's going on right here with Mr. Amir.
Been showing you progress. Vote the party that's been showing you infrastructure development. Vote the party who has been fighting in the International Criminal Court of Justice for the longest while. Vote the party that you want to vote for. In my opinion, I would say vote for the PPPC. Give the President, Honorable President Irfan Ali a second term. Vote when you're voting in the box. Make sure your X doesn't touch the line. Make sure it's in the box and it doesn't touch the line. It doesn't go over the box as well, because then your vote wouldn't be counted. And I basically want to tell you this. This is a fight between me, Azadine, and Melissa Atwell, right? Again, our house is in order. Your house is in misery. Imagine the presidential hopeful cannot keep a conference, and he's so vindictive that he's putting Doggie, who honestly, Doggie is on drugs. He's crazy. He's on all type of, I don't know, because a man can't be normal and then not normal. It doesn't make sense, right? So what I'm saying to you is they're being vindictive. The Honorable Vice President has been doing this for 10 plus years, but nobody really goes and speaks to Doggie. Everybody wants to hear what the Honorable Vice President has to say, because he basically says what progress is going to happen in the next 5 years and gives idea. Doggie just says a bunch of nonsense. I want to end this podcast by saying thank you for watching today. I hope you have a good day. Our
Festive Friday, right? Now, we're about to hear, I telling you, it's entertaining, right? The board is just, when you really listen to some of the stuff that's really taking place in these last couple of days, is really entertaining. I just enjoy doing some of these edits. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's be real funny to me with some of the things. It's very, very, very funny. We're about to get into a different part of the presentation right now. Purple Army, where is the Purple Army? Because we're about to hear from Miss Laura BATSON. We're about to hear from Miss Laura. Let's not forget who Miss Laura is. For those who don't know who Miss Laura is, who this person on the screen is.
I'm shocked and I'm very disappointed.
For the persons who don't know who Miss Laura is, we're definitely gonna pull up some content with Miss Laura at the scene For those who are not au fait with her affiliations and the part that she's been playing thus far, trying her best to make sure that she plays her part in this movement for justice, even before persons knew what was going on. Laura was there on the scene. Laura was there on the scene from jump. From the jump, Laura was there doing everything that she can do to ensure that there is justice in this case. If you don't know who Miss Laura is, look at this.
Them vehicles and stuff. Them vehicles and stuff what they do there. Oh God.
Miss Laura BATSON at the double
I
D.
just walked by the pool. I walked slow.
This is Miss Laura BATSON at the double D, and according to the lead attorney, her interview was left out of the investigation, and they're trying their best, right, to keep some of these things that she could add to this investigation out of the investigation. McCushion and all of them playing around and playing around with the information that Miss Laura could provide them with. Purple Army, jump into the comment section. Let them know that we're present. Let them know that we are here. Let them know that we're standing in solidarity, no matter how long it's been. We in sidetrack and they can't gaslight me. We definitely paying attention to what's going on, right? The Purple Army is marching and making sure that persons understand who's speaking with them. Not just anybody on the screen, is Miss Laura BATSON herself. What part did she play? Well, look on the screen right now. Take a look and see. Take a look and see what is going on right here. The Purple Army is marching, and this is what Miss Laura BATSON was doing on that day. Where were you? What were you doing when you heard about this going down on April 23rd?
Only by the pool, and I watched to see why I could see in the pool. The gentleman at the pool. No, oh, they put a child in the pool. Oh my God. Oh. They put a child in the pool.
We'll be looking at on the screen, a parcel I could see is the same Miss Laura BATSON. Same Miss Laura BATSON. So now we're gonna pull up one of her most recent interviews, right? One of her most recent interviews where she's decoding certain things about the case. Watch. You see the face on the screen? Big up yourself, Miss Cheryl Samson. Thanks for being a part of the live and purchasing a $20 super sticker. Thanks for contributing to this live broadcast. Thanks for being a part of Festive Fridays. Big up yourself, Cheryl. Thanks for being a part of the live and for buying that $20 super sticker. Big up yourself. Now, in full Delta 9 media style, you see the face on the screen. That's Miss Laura BATSON at the double D, right? Look at the face on the screen right now again. Same person, right? Same person. That's how we do it over here at Delta 9 Media. We don't play around with the information. We make sure that we bring every angle so you could understand what's going on. Now let's hear what Miss Laura BATSON has to say.
Disappointed that we used it to now turn around. Because let me tell you something, everything that you see on the internet, everything that you see on TikTok with Sabrian, you will see with Amisi and these kind of things, they were triggers. They were triggered. They were placed in vulnerable situations and persons use them to attack and persons use them to be attacked.
Hey, there's something about Forward Guyana movement. It's a collective of persons that they just about making sure that they stand up for others. Some real servants in Forward Guyana, you know.
They want the best.
Listen, when you think about Forward Guyana movement, Miss Laura BATSON is a part of Forward Guyana movement. Miss Amatse is a part of Forward Guyana movement. Bailey, that dropped the big tune, plus doing a lot of other things on the ground, highlighting and exposing certain things. Let's not forget Mr. Dorwin Best. And let's not forget the prime ministerial candidate, Nigel London. right? When you talk about integrity, when you talk about hard working, that is forward Guyana,
And he
right?
may be the true definition of no stone unturned, because
I
we know
telling you,
we've seen him
I
out in the field
telling you.
before, and
Yep.
he don't stop
Yep. And
until
don't
every problem
play
is
around.
solved. Exactly.
Don't play around, and that's
We've
the
showcased
integrity.
some of his works right here on this channel.
Yep, that's the
Right
integrity
from
that we
Linden.
want to see. I remember once Mr. London was in pursuit of a particular person.
Him and the highlighter.
That was moving around in Linden and playing a game like if he's showing up by people's school and them thing. Listen.
And he was going to
forward
come
Guyana.
back for this young person the next day
Forward
after he fixed
Guyana.
up his house.
Big up yourself. You're upon the ground and your works is noted all over the world.
Correct. Correct.
And that is the case and the point and the truth and the fact of the matter. And I am very upset about it, because what I am saying is that you don't play on people's strings when you see them in these situations, because
Hey, I would like to see a person like Miss Laura. She don't have to run the ERC, but she should have a say in what's going on in this ERC. When you talk about a person who stand up for others, when you talk about selfless, when you talk about making sure that you play the part that you can play, Miss Laura BATSON, if she was on the ERC right now, do you think the ERC would be acting in the manner that is acting with a person that is standing up like Miss Laura? Or even, what about if Nigel was a part of the ERC? I'm telling you, I think the one in there, straighten them out.
Let me tell you something.
Without Miss Laura, we would not have known about this situation happening in a double day. We wouldn't have seen everyone that turned out to support the family. So to look for Adriana, a very, very big part. And it's crazy that the Guyana police force is treating her the way that they are. I want to know, because it is almost September. Did they collect her statement?
That's what we want to know. But leave you what you got to say right now.
In insanity. And have we ever sat and thought about how is it that they are sleeping at nights? Sir Brian jumped into that pool and took his daughter's lifeless body out. All right.
Pick up yourself, Dominique. Just now we play back that big tune. Just now we play back that big tune, Gangster Granny. The tune knocking right now.
And then y'all will be able to pick which one is your favorite.
Yeah, we can play back some tune just now. But right now we're hearing from Miss Laura BATSON, and she's detailing what's going on with this case. She's detailing and updating us on some of the things that actually happened surrounding the case. And she's saying this.
The naysayers, they say, no gosh, she's not the only child who died. She's not the only child who died, and she's not the only child that was killed or murdered. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's the most horrific part of this whole situation. The most horrific part of this whole situation is that we all walked through the entire process. That is the most horrific part of the entire situation. But you see, this thing we name ego, and this thing we name attention seeking is a dangerous thing. That in the time of people's vulnerable moments, we take advantage of them. We ride on their vulnerability because we're looking for personal gain. And let me tell you something, there's no amount of money in the world. I've lost a child. That's why I couldn't stand for Adriana. I lost a son, I lost a baby boy. So I know what it feels like. And this is one of the things that I would like to encourage us to know.
A mother looking out for young parents, looking out for another mother. Big up yourself, Laura. Even when you dealing with your own trauma, you find it a selfless moment to look out for others, to make sure that you sung the voice for persons who at that time was not able to sing the voice for themselves. Big up yourself, Laura. Big up yourself. And if y'all in here, this presentation, this is the most recent, one of the most recent, or part of the most recent presentation that Miss Laura would have done, highlighting details about the case, and you're being updated right here on Delta 9 Media. Festive Fridays. Festive Friday. Big up yourself.
That many things that we experience in life, it's not always just for us.
Nope.
It is for a future paying it forward moment.
You see, the Purple Army is in the house. The Purple Army is definitely on the flight. Allison, welcome into the live. Welcome into the live. And thanks for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Right now, we have almost 600 people in the live. And we've been broadcasting for almost 3 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section right now, the persons that make this live possible. If you haven't already, take a couple of seconds, thumbs up this live. Thumbs up this live so that everybody can be updated with what Miss Laura BATSON has to say about the Adriana Young case, so that everybody can be updated with what went down with this leaked interview, what the VP had to say about it, the fact that he was presenting a conversation that might not be founded in the truth. We heard the interview as well. There's a number of other things that we highlighted on this live broadcast as well. They got people stalking people internationally. We showcase that as well on this Festive Friday. Thank you for making sure that you hit that thumbs up button so that it will be boosted in the algorithm. Take a couple of seconds, buddy. Cost you nothing. Cost you not a thing.
And we lose track of this when we've lost sense of humanity. Here why I'll say this. There's something happening in Guyana right now. I've been observing this for years. I'm happy that I'm able to talk about it now. Whereby we have developed a very strong sense of self-hate. And I can talk from the government right down, because let me tell you something, the things that are happening right now in this nation where, you know what I noticed, let me share an experience with you. On nomination day, the day before nomination day, while we were acquiring information and trying to get all our nominees and put the ducks in a row and everything else at the Forward Guyana movement, I observed something. We were driving through the streets of Georgetown, and you know what I saw? I saw foreigners walking down Main Street, holding hands, some sitting on Main Street, just relaxing and breathing. I saw Chinese on 4 corners having recreation and playing with some of the Guyanese children in the streets. And I'm sharing this because it took me aback. Hear why it took me aback. Because I am saying it's our democratic right to stand up as citizens of this nation and declare, because many persons don't understand that we are the government. They don't understand that. And we are fighting for our democracy, to express our democratic right. And there's so much tension because we have been placed under so much pressure, because it seems as though they're trying to narrow this thing down to just this 2-party situation. So it's like, okay, everybody else is supposed to be irrelevant. We don't want all the distraction. We don't want the extra work. We don't want the people to have that prerogative to express themselves and, they have a different option. And I saw foreigners sitting leisurely,
enjoying the sweet of the country,
in the
right?
streets of Guyana. And they're fighting, and our fellow Guyanese as well, giving us the hardest time. So many corrections had to be made. You had to be back and forth. You're going and you're coming. Anyway,
I want y'all hear I want y'all hear what Miss Laura is saying there. We fighting down one another. Remember, they're looking for opportunity to serve so that the country could be in a better state, We fighting down one another, making all kind of problems for one another. People enjoying the sweet of we country and celebrating while we fight down Matty.
And it's crazy, their party was not the only party that had this issue with having to keep going back to GCOM to correct certain situations.
Shifting it back. this self-hate that we have developed in Guyana, it is very dangerous. And here I can tell you it's very dangerous because we see the influx of foreigners that are coming here and having more privilege than we are having as citizens of this nation. And it is heartbreaking, and we can do something about it. But I am telling you this, in the case of Adriana Young's mother and father. Hi, Ann John. I see you following me. I see your post. I see you share. I'm very grateful. Lisa Perry, Shamar Damon. I see you guys on here. Sharon Ross, good night. But let me tell you, in Adriana's young situation, I have seen so much self-hate. And here where we can narrow it down now to the fact that this situation that occurred is a brutal and a blatant murder. And before we go after the persons who committed the act, guess what we're doing? They're blaming game. We're talking about how much money, who got and who spent and these kind of things. We are working for every cent that came because let me tell you something. Had the world not come on board, Adriana's case would not reach to this stage and this level. And justice is coming. Justice is sure. Justice is near. I want you all to hold that in your heart. Justice is near. And I'm encouraging us to keep that cry and that drive for justice. Forget about all who doing these battles on TikTok and who going on this platform and that platform and pushing.
Bigger than a platform thing, you're talking about the life of a child. Bigger than YouTube, bigger than TikTok, bigger than Facebook, bigger than all the bickering and all of them things is definitely bigger than that. And y'all hear with Laura pointing out right
and
there.
Like she said, justice is near. 17 days away, Team Delta. 17
days away. 17 days from general elections. And we got to keep focus on the real things that are at stake come September 1st. And this is one of the big things that persons should be focusing on when they're going into September 1st for the elections. Correct. Why? Because the persons in power right now, right, are not trying to make sure that there is actual justice in this case. There's no FBI. There's people coming in, covering up this. They're getting fake statement from the parents and all kind of things.
And wrapping up the case within a week.
Yep.
Or way less than a week, to be honest with you.
And the investigation is still active, and you're hearing people who are high-ranking and got real power in the country saying that, listen, those are already something that they can pronounce on, and saying that it's drowning in, when drowning is a diagnosis of exclusion. So many things that we learned, so many things that we were able to gather along these couple of months. But you know what's one of the things that's standing out? There's no justice yet in this case. Nobody can get a charge yet, a real charge connected to the unaliving of this young child. That's why right here on Delta 9 Media, we will continue to say justice for Adriana all the way until when all of these persons are really dealt with in relations to the justice system in Guyana. I'm asking right now that every single person that's going to watch this video in the future, every single person that can hear me right now, please take a couple of seconds. Please take a couple of seconds. I'm asking you to kindly take a couple of seconds. Drop the purple hearts in the comment section if you're standing in solidarity with Adriana Young, with all the young children in Guyana that need to be safe from people that are doing treacherous things like this in our community. For all the persons who have loved ones that's living in Guyana right now, stand in solidarity. Let them know that persons are here standing for justice months and months after we're saying justice for Adriana Young, and we're dropping the purple wave right here at 2 hours and 40 something minutes into the live is the purple wave. So if you're coming after or you're there right now in the live, drop your purple hearts. Definitely drop justice for Adriana Young. Drop your 9 into the comment section as well.
This is for Adriana. This is for Keon. This is for Ronaldo.
Definitely make
this
sure
is for
that
Quinton.
Make sure
Crummy
that
Wing, everyone.
make sure that persons are able to understand that the people definitely still standing in solidarity, definitely still making sure that they say is justice for their family members, and definitely justice for Adriana. And this is what Miss Laura is talking about right here.
Negativity. And not keeping the focus that this child has to get justice and not this child has to get. We as Guyanese need justice at home and in the diaspora. Because, God forbid, this question be lurking around in this nation. Who next? Who child next? Who mother or father got been leaning over the child? Who cousin, uncle, auntie, relative got been leaning over a dead body? Because people want to feed their own egos and they want to do their own thing, and they tell themselves that, oh, let's normalize not giving justice. So when these things happen, oh, what's gonna happen? Nothing. Let me tell y'all something. When I saw that there's a problem in this country is when I heard about the execution style shooting that took place in Boston a few weeks ago. I can remember as a younger lady coming up, when you hear about execution style and all these kind of things, the place very still, dormant, locked up. I am upset.
Dominique is saying the entire government system, from politicians to police, failed to save Adriana Young, and Guyanese minds can't be normal. I'm telling you, how your mind is going to be normal, right? It's purple hearts until there's justice. Big up yourself, Franklin. Big up yourself, Mahika children, all sacrificed. I'm telling you, look. And the same one Mandal, buddy. The same one Mandal was over there. The same one, man. You see what? Listen,
you remember Melly Mel and Amir exposed this Mandel?
The leaked interview exposed that Mandal allegedly was over there with them same fire with them.
At the same Maria, Adriana.
Yes.
And there was one more situation that he mentioned.
Yes, that's why it's important that these videos reach everybody far, near, and wide, right? Because people need to understand what's going on the ground in Guyana, buddy. Real thing. 5-star Zion, pick up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the life. Melly Mel take them people money, 400 and 900,000 a month. The first person she attacked before sanction was Aubrey, saying he is a drunk, he lazy G. Okay. So he's saying that Melly Mel take them people money before. Well, we still to hear about that, and the voice notes allegedly is supposed to be dropped by Amir. Let's see if he has the information about that, and that will be dropped at any time.
Well, we still waiting on Jagdeo to elections.
Show. But one thing that we know is that Melly Mel said that she got more information, and she will be exposing that very soon. And when Melly Mel tells she got information, she has that and some. So we will see about this money that was collected that is being mentioned right here by 5-star Zion. Big up yourself anyway, King. Thanks for being a part of the live and for dropping that comment in the comment section. Yep, let's hear some more of what Miss Laura is saying right here.
Upset that these things are being normalized. I am very upset that these things are being normalized, because now we are treating lives as though they are fleas. We are treating lives as though they are flies. I just kill a mosquito here because it's like I just don't like see them, and I just kill a mosquito.
I'm telling you, life is nothing. Lady Justice, welcome into the live. Welcome to the live broadcast. Thanks for moderating and for definitely dropping this insightful comment. Guyanese citizens need to start making citizens arrests. If the government is not doing their job, we need a whole new government system and constitution. The corruption, I'm telling you, at an all-time high. Got people saying, listen, we need a new government, we need the constitution analyzed, because these people is doing and they're doing and overdoing.
Correct. And not just that, when they speak about the Constitution, I don't know if you guys heard that the human rights just released an article stating that a lot of people's human rights are being violated in Guyana. It is more than 50% of young Black men that are in prison or jail in Guyana that is just automatically remanded. They've been waiting for years in order to even see a judge. And mind you, some of the charges that they had, they've been in jail longer than they would have gotten. Let's say, for example, someone stole, that would have been a 3-year, 2-year offense. They're there longer than they would have been if they actually was sentenced by a judge.
Extension on the sentence. Hey, so much going on in Guyana.
So a lot of things needs to change in Guyana.
There must those as though the lives don't have any value. And we gotta shift from that, because one of the things that I have seen being normalized in this nation also is whereby our coping mechanism generally as Guyanese is to skin the teeth about a lot of things, laugh about things when it happens. We make a gimmick, we make a mimic, something serious happen. We find some way for bring it bring humor out of it. We want to make it into something, kiki kaka. And that is one of our coping ability that is very dangerous. You know why it's dangerous? Because it gives also leeway for these things that are occurring to continue. We gotta start taking things seriously. We gotta start taking things seriously as a people, because let me tell you something. Our children are coming up. We have our relatives and our families. And I know many persons don't want to walk Adriana mom and dad shoes. So like I said, this self-hate, we gotta shift. And these things are decisions. We as human beings, we're making these decisions every day to be a certain way to each other. I've been doing, we've been on the campaign trail. And I'm telling you, we're walking through and you're seeing everybody of different ethnicities. And it's making it seem as though we are enemies to each other. So I would break it down and I would try to go and break that barrier to say that it's okay. Even if you say morning, people are watching you like if you're an alien. In Guyana.
Wow.
What?
When did it become like this?
Back in the day, you can't pass no big people and don't say morning by you mad.
What? Best believe if you mother, grandmother, somebody find out. What?
Like me, you sleep together. Like me, you sleep. Like me, you wake up in this. Like me, you wake up in the same bed. Like me, you wake up in the same bed. You got no manners. I report you to your mother and tell your mother you're going on with. I telling you.
Everyone from the Caribbean, not only from Guyana, know 3 main things: good morning, good afternoon, or good night.
And definitely make sure that you're respectful when you're around big people. But times change, right? Is what Lara said.
Guyana, this place, our country, our home, this place of love and unity, and this place that is known for so much warmth and togetherness. But guys, let me tell you, we gotta change our thinking, we gotta change our mindset. But I come on here live to let you know that I'll be on this broadcast and I'll be coming and I will be bringing information to you. I'll be telling you about some corruption, some corrupt activities that have been taking place in high places. I'll be telling you about a lot of things.
I'm telling you. And if you want to make sure that you stay updated with all of
the corruption,
subscribe, because we will be highlighting and dropping the details every time Miss Laura BATSON details what's going on with the case and expose some of the corruption that you just heard her mention right there. Remember, Forward Guyana is the team that Miss Laura BATSON is a part of. And Forward Guyana is active, and right now the campaign trail is in full swing. Let's hear some more what Miss Laura is saying right here.
Things concerning Adriana Young, and I'll be taking you through the process as information unveils, because we are going to see justice for this child. We are going to see justice for her.
Zion, 5 Zion.
And I don't care what whoever say, and I plead and I beseech, please stop bashing the parents. God forbid, tomorrow morning you hear somebody, is no longer in the race as it relates to Adriana's experience, basically because of self-infliction of something. Then you can hear all the different kind of talks with, oh, this and oh, that and that. Which you can't always please people. You will never be able to please everybody. But what you can do is bring yourself back, change the trajectory, come back to the place of where humanity is something valuable. Think about it, that if it happened to me, how would I feel? God forbid. But think about it from those standpoints. Think about what you would be feeling in the moment if something like that should happen, God forbid. And stop being so hard on the parents. There are two young people that didn't get up and plan this for their lives.
I telling you, nobody will get up and plan for that. Nobody asks for that. Persons trying to live a life and raise their children, right? People trying to live a normal life. Persons ain't got time with certain things and them things. People trying to do the thing as parents. So Brian taking care of him and his family and doing all that he can, and then bops, this situation happened and now everybody is trying to pick on them and do all of these things. How could that be fair? Remember, it takes a community to raise a child, right? So everybody is kin, everybody's family. We got to look out for one another. Big up yourself, Carlisle. Shalom, shalom, bro. Big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for tuning in. Peace to you and yours. Shalom, shalom.
It did not, but it happened. And we have been their shoulders. We have been there for them. We have been their support and their pillar to now turn around in the same breath. You hear it, Sabrina? I am telling you, when people are going through certain emotional trauma, things will trigger them. And you gotta understand that. And I'm telling you, the most horrific thing about the whole situation is not the fact that it happened, but how it happened. And we all witnessed and we all walked through the process. Mind you, when I went live, I had no clue that the situation would have escalated to the level that it has. So let's come back. Let's shift our focus and come back to the cry for justice for Adriana Young and all who are involved, that they be penalized and persecuted because it's wickedness at its highest level.
At the highest level. You're hearing it from persons who are right there on the scene. The Purple Army is marching out. It's Festive Friday, right here on Delta 9 Media, just a few days before general elections. Make sure that y'all stay updated with this, right, Cheryl? Make sure that we stay updated with what's going on right here with Adriana and the call for justice, because guess what? All the time from the situation happened all the way in April, from one thing to the next. If it's not people bullying the family, it's people in high-ranking position trying to tell them go home. They're trying to sweep the conversation under the rug about justice for the case and everything. I'm telling you, look, all kind of thing you're hearing about this case, buddy. But you know the one thing you're hearing? This person has been charged, formally charged with the unaliving or with connections to, or with aiding and abetting Mandela and all of them, Wet Foot Smith and all of them officer Wet Foot.
The employees, because I know with the whole Adriana case, we've been mentioning the police officers, the hotel owners, but another group of people that we're not mentioning besides the family is the people that worked there. Because there was a picture or video that came out with the whole family sitting at the pool. Everyone has seen that. But what you didn't see in that picture is that there were cleaning women walking towards the family.
And there was other staff that was there too. What about this one Slim that gave that conversation that he was there
throwing stuff in the pool,
throwing chlorine in the pool, and he was there bartending.
And mind you, that was the reasoning that employee gave to say that That's why Adriana had the bruises on her skin.
I telling you.
He didn't get no medical degree. How he know that? Everybody goes into chlorine water.
And was his statement even taken? And was there even evidence enough, or did they do enough of an investigation so far to get to the conclusion of what was the marks on her skin? Because we heard Dr. Terry saying that they want to analyze the tile from the pool. So all of this investigation going on, and people claiming natural drowning and them things. You see, it's so much about this case that we got to analyze and unpack.
Yes, and there's so many details. We need to stay on track. There's so many details in Adriana's case.
Yep, and we got to stay on track with all of them. And how do we stay on track with them? We got the entire playlist right here on Delta 9 Media, going into the details of the case, and the other playlist was Justice for Adriana.
Justice for Adriana.
Almost probably more than 100 videos right now that we would have created right here on this platform from April to now. Make sure that you subscribe and check out that playlist and update yourself and other persons who are trying to understand the details in the case and looking to be updated with everything as it proceeds with what's going on with this movement for justice. Plus, how you could play your part in this movement for justice right now is very simple. Thumbs up the live, thumbs up the live. Whether you're going to be watching this live in the future, on the replay, or you're watching us live right now on Festive Friday, please take a couple of seconds and thumbs up the live and share it if you can as well. And plus, subscribe so you're gonna know when this flight taking off again, buddy.
That is what I can say. It is wickedness at its highest level.
100% well-crafted CMOS. Only the best, because you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.
Yep, 8 Butterfly, right? CMOS definitely loaded with all of these minerals that your body would need. Have you tried CMOS recently? Pick up your natural, ocean harvested, wild crafted CMOS from 8butterfly.com.
And that is 92 minerals out of 102.
92.
That's why I love CMOS.
Yep.
And you could put it in almost anything. Your shakes, your meals, and you could use it as a powder as well.
Yep. And who we're about to hear from right now, members of VPAC, right? And well, not really members of VPAC, but persons that would have collated with VPAC. We're about to hear from members of Forward Guyana. Forward Guyana is definitely in the flight right here on Festive Fridays. And they had an interview that they did recently with Mr. Freeman, Mr. Mark BENCHOP, and this is some of the things that was discussed right there.
Independence would not have existed if Burnham had waited his turn. A lot of the breakthroughs that we've had would not have happened if people were told to wait their turn. So I want to be very, very clear that I have zero apologies for it, because it is the right thing to do. It is hard, it is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. And so we don't do only what is convenient, because convenient would look like staying under the shelter of an institution, going back to Parliament, giving fancy speeches, possibly getting a duty-free concession, and running around.
See what Nikki is pointing out? Has anyone noticed that Sir Brian's mother's side of the family hasn't come out and say justice for Adriana? Nikki, if that's the case, then that's very, very suspicious, and it's a sad situation that you're not even gonna stand in solidarity with your own family member. But it's good that we analyze what's going on with that case and pay attention, because it's all about justice for Adriana. And one of the persons that was there that day as well is speaking right now, Miss Amansa, because she was there assisting the mother. Plus, she was there on the day of the funeral as well. Big up yourself, Miss Amansa, and thanks for the work on the ground, the Honorable Amansa Desir, right? The leader of the Forward Guyana movement, the presidential candidate and the prime ministerial candidate on our screens right now. sharing some of their policies that they have to offer for 2025 election.
As an MP and enjoying a title. That is not what I'm here to do. My loyalty is to the people of Guyana and to this country over any party. And I have no apologies for it. If Obama had sat and waited, a lot of people said, oh, he was too young and whatever else. We see the result of him stepping up to the plate. So, Mark, thank you for asking that question, because it was very, very important that be said and it be clearly understood. So what we want to do is bring the message that, listen, we are the generation that are going to stand up and say this system has to change. We are the generation that are going to stand and say, look, this duopoly that continues to exist.
We are the generation to make the change. You hear what the Honorable Miss Amadsa is saying right there? The power is in the hands of the people. What are you going to do come September 1st? What are you going to do? You're going to play around. You're going to put a situation back in place that is causing this level of oppression, this level of corruption in the country, or we're going to do the right thing and make sure that there's a new set of persons in these positions, people that are moving in a patriotic mind space, like Miss Amansa, like Nigel London. Are we going to make sure that these persons hold certain positions of power so that Guyana can really see some forward movement? Pick up yourself, Team Purple. Definitely forward Guyana.
This can no longer serve Guyana. And unless we find a system, a political system that facilitates a multi-ethnic, multicultural, multiracial society such as ours, we are doomed to becoming second and third class citizens in our own country, because you know why? We will continue to be pitted one against the other. And whilst brothers fight below here, foreigners come and inherit our land.
Well, if you speak again, we'll get back to that in terms of inheritance of and who getting the wealth of the nation. I noticed that there's a comment I think I saw earlier that you spent practically all of your life. You spoke about your grandparents.
So we heard right there from the leader of Team Purple, from the leader of Forward Guyana, and we see right there lending his support in that presentation is the Vice President. He doesn't need any introduction. That's Mr. London. People know him as Nigel or Mr. Eliakim, and he's very active, very, very active on the ground, making sure that he does all that he can do in service to the people of his community. They know you good in Linden, they know you in Tongue as well. Big up yourself, Nigel. Big up yourself. And persons are noticing all over the world, bro. People are paying attention to the work that you guys are doing on the ground. Definitely, it's Festive Fridays right here on Delta 9 Media. Almost 500 people still in the live with us. Please take a couple of seconds if you haven't already. Make sure that you thumbs up this live. Thumbs up the live as I shout out a couple of persons that's in the live right now. Any person that would have had a birthday during the week or a birthday today, birthday coming up this weekend, drop it in the comment section if you want. We shout you out. 500 people in the live right now. You want the whole world to know that definitely you're celebrating an anniversary. We will shout you out right here. Big up yourself. And thanks for being a part of Festive Fridays, right? Festive Fridays right here with Delta 9 Media. You just had a chance to hear from Forward Guyana, Miss Amansa. We heard from a number of persons throughout this live. I'm telling you, it was a festive presentation. We get into some of the tunes them from the presidential campaign, and we had a special request so far for what? For this tune right here. So we gotta pull it up. We got to pull it up before
them says she just a
we end the live.
But this ain't no crochet club thing. This a briefcase full of bricks and bling. Tell them gonna move right in the president ring. She don't don't walk slow. She glide like a breeze with a mid-eye and bigger than them P.P.P. She roll up calm, but she loud in style. Gold teeth glistening and $1 million smile. Briefcase busting with the stacks
Youngster
inside.
Granny.
Dollar bills and coins like a money landslide. Don't watch the hijab, watch the game she play. If you know, you know.
And the plane has landed.
Gangsta Granny rocking that 35M chain. Pushing contracts full like a midnight train. Gangsta Granny, cash falling from the floor. Tell them corruption knocking at your front door. Gangsta Granny rocking that 35M chain. Pushing contracts.
I'm telling you, it's Festive Fridays. The plane has landed. And if you want to make sure you get the right luggage, you thumbs up this live yet? You thumbs up the live yet? Hey, you want your luggage misplaced? Jump off the plane without thumbsing up the live and making sure that you pay your ticket fee. Your ticket. There's your ticket on the flight. Thumbs up the live. Hit that thumbs up button. Send this one out in the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, so you will know. You will get the next boarding coordinates, and you will know directly when to look out for Delta 9 Media Live. Because guess what? We just do it guerrilla style here. We don't have a set program. We don't have a set time that we come live, but we always come live on the frequency of 9. It's always the frequency of 9. And how will you know when we're going live? You got to be subscribed, because we send out the boarding announcement at least 45 minutes to an hour before on the community tab every time that we're going to go live. So thank you for everyone that's in the live right now, rocking out with us for 3 hours in this Festive Friday presentation. Big up yourself, Team Delta. Y'all let's make this live possible and keep this live going. The live is nothing without persons being a part of the comment section, without persons supporting the live. Big up yourself, Miss Cheryl Samson, for purchasing that super sticker and supporting us right here on Delta 9 Media. For those who will be watching us in the future on the replay, remember you can do the same thing. You can get a membership, or you can definitely take advantage of the links to PayPal and the CashApp connection as well is in the link scrolling on your screen. Big up to every single person in the live watching us right here. Delta 9 Media, Festive Friday. The plane has landed. The plane has landed, Team Delta. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Gangsta Granny, Festive Fridays. Fridays.
Gangsta Granny, cash falling from the floor. Tell them corruption knocking at your front door. She take the calls, break the drops. Big boss Granny not take no chops. She whisper sweet to the customs gate. Let the gold pass through, we not the left. She know the rates, the drawbacks too. 5% going straight to the family crew. She got the ministers in her WhatsApp chat. One little text and the deal get grabbed. Gangsta Granny counting meals like browser bricks, mixing only books with the nation's greed. Gangsta Granny him she bulletproof ride, while 4 people cry, she laughing inside. Gangsta Granny me not take blame, me not left proof. Me name clean like a government roof, but everybody know though nobody talk, cause in this movie Granny run the block. Guyana is Granny with the global game, from let them to oval she run that plane. Banks full up but no hard it come, cause Granny got friends with the president's son. She make your roti and bribe your soul, sweet little smile but a bag of gold. If you try talk, she make you go. Ask them boys that spoke you who boast the most. Granny making.
I'm telling you, bop into that one, Gangsta Granny. Hey, the Banner Francis Bailey, talented, you know. Talented. Big up yourself, Francis, wherever you're there. Definitely, we are landed right here on Festive Friday. The flight has landed. Thanks to every single person that's going to watch us on the rewind in the future, and to every person that's live right now. Definitely big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Salute to everybody in the Purple Army, right? Who definitely came through. Remember, drop them purple hearts, denying the justice for Adriana. Let everybody know that people standing in solidarity in this movement for justice right now in Guyana, in the diaspora, and around the world, right? Definitely Team Delta. And as per usual, salute. And I will catch you in the next flight.